MMA-holes. MMA-holes. What's going on? I hope everybody is
wonderful.
That's right. MMA-holes. We are here. We are live. Wednesday. This is episode number 27. Week 27 of the weekly show, the weekly live show. I hope everyone's wonderful. I hope everyone stop playing intro. It's the second time in a row that shit happened. Stop playing intro. Go away. We played you already. So, it's fight week. And more importantly, we have, that's right!
I've got
10 more likes!
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
Fuck you, dislikes! I've got
10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
That's right. Joe Rogan with the 10 more likes. Every 10 likes, we get the song, and we also get now Joe Rogan. Yes. This show has gone above and beyond. I hope we're crystal clear. I hope we sound good. I hope we look good. We always look good. But this is exciting. This is UFC 209. It's Saturday. It's here. But before we talk about that, I need to go over what other stuff is going on. What's this? We have some more stuff as well. GSP versus Bisping. Yes, it's happening at middleweight. I'd love to know your thoughts on that, and I bet you really want to know my thoughts on that. There's a guy named Mark Diazia. I don't even fucking know, but apparently he's the first fighter to ever pose for a gay magazine. I'm sure this will go well in this chat. Holly Holm is denied by the NYSAC to overturn her appeal in UFC 208. Rashad Evans almost cried on getting cleared to fight at UFC 209. Sad. Derrick Lewis passes on the black-on-black crime with Ngannou and says, I want to fight either Hunt or Overeem because it's a tougher fight. We're going to talk about that. Tickets are for sale. $175 tickets. Cage side. Nashville. The Lobov versus Swanson fight. So if you guys didn't buy your fucking tickets in Nashville, do it right now. $175 for cage side seats. Wow. Guys, who gives a fuck about all that shit? We're going to be talking about that. But what everyone wants to talk about, it's here. Oh, there's my face. UFC 209. Look at it. Everybody just look at it. And it's in all its glory. There it is. Wonderboy versus Tyron Woodley. And the rest of the card. It is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Very wonderful.
Wonderful.
Extremely wonderful. We're going to get into detail about that, but before I get flowing, I must say hello to the chat. The cringiest live MMA chat on YouTube? The MMA-holes live chat, of course. Let's see what we got in here. Wow, look at this soaked room. Hi to Hydra, Neri Diaz. Al, come on, started early. I'm sorry, my friend. Mexican's back! And better than ever, he says, I'm ready for the business tonight. Look at these peeps. Tiger Leg, Fragoza, Thomas T, J Smooth. Wow, Maynard J decided to come here on time. And that is...
Wonderful.
Hello to all my fellow MMA holes. I hope everyone's good. Steven Sedil is here. He's present. Everyone's checking in. Tiger Leg, Thomas T. Man, you guys are so awesome. And Jesus Christ, the Link Master is in there as well. Sup, Manx is Mexican. Craig Lee. Great to see you, Mighty Redbeard. Wonderful. Eat more pussy. I fucking love you guys. You guys are awesome. Let's see who else we got in this fucking thing. 10 more likes. That's right. Right, Jogan? Yes. I don't call him Joe Rogan. I call him Jogan. There he is. 10 more likes. Let's move him up. Boop, 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 boop. 10 more likes. Look at this. This is so amazing. It really is. It really is an amazing production I have here. No other show on YouTube like this. Tim F says, kill me. George Sampras says, fight me. George Sampras is here. Holy shit, all you fooks are here. Look Look, GSP is coming, says Angel. Mexican D-Sides doesn't dispute the fact that regardless of how small my balls are, that they are still resting comfortably on his forehead. God knows whose forehead that's on. Holy smokes. Look at this. Michael Capay says snarf, drops a snarf in there. Actually, Mike just reminded me. Let me do this. So while you guys are looking at my beautiful face, I'm going to send out an email. Yes, the Hangouts will be open tonight. The Google Hangouts. There it is. Here I am. Hey, look at me. And there's my face in the corner. Tip jar is swole, and oh shit.
Wonderful.
I got some news for you. Uh-oh. You guys want to see fucking Joe Rogan? There he is. Sing along.
I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes.
Fuck you.
Dislikes. I've got 10 likes. I've got
That's right.
10 likes. I've got 10 likes. I
Hope the dislikes die
of AIDS.
All right. 23 viewers watching right now. Strong. Yes, you guys are like, wait, hold on. What's going on? This is a weekly show. Wednesday. Wednesdays is when shit goes down. Wednesdays when the chat is flowing and going. We are talking about UFC 209. I want everyone in that chat to get crunked up. Joe Rogan, go away. All right. Hit the music, says Brian Roija. Forget about it. Says Thomas T, do you really feel bad for Yoel Cheater Romero? We're going to get into that as well. Jesus Christ. There is so much to talk about, but we need to start with UFC 209 in the living room. Oh, there's my email. In the living room. Here it is. There it is in all its glory. It's so exciting. I don't even know what to do right now. I mean, I really don't even know what to do with myself. UFC 209 is fucking here, and we have a lot to fucking talk about. Now, I did say this on previous shows, and I'll say it again. UFC 209 can be a complete letdown. I know people don't want to hear that, but it really can. Let's get a little closer. Get a little closer. Look at this. UFC 209, Woodley, Wonderboy. Okay, round 2. We're going to see this again. Why the fuck not? Why not? Run it back. Let's see if we could get a clear decision on who's going to win or a finish. Anything. The Khabib versus Tony fight. This one here is the one everyone's excited about, including myself. Super fucking pumped up for this fight. But I said this before too. This could be an absolute letdown. And the reason why I say that, and don't boo me off the stage, but the reason why I say that is Khabib, if he has his way, Khabib could lay on top of Tony and do his thing for 5 fucking rounds. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could happen. It could very well happen. So there's a lot of things that can go wrong on this card. Let's not talk about what's so great about it. Am I excited? Yes, I am excited because I do want to see this fight in the worst fucking way. But I'm worried. I'm skeptical. This fight on paper looks great. You got 2 guys that want to fucking knock each other's fucking heads off with Mark Hunt and Alistair Overeem. Yeah, I'm into it. You got this fight over here. Bang. Lando's back. Lando was impressive in his last fight, and he is not backing down against David Tamer. Okay, this could be good. This one might be the shocker of the night right here. This one might be the fight to look for. Then you have Rashad Evans is back. He's like, I'm so sad. They're letting me fight. They're letting me, who cares? He's back. The thing I'm interested in this fight about is Daniel Kelly. Daniel Kelly's almost 40 fucking years old. He's 12-1-0. Interesting. Okay, so the main card should be 6 fights. They're giving us 5 fights. The problem having with this is this. Weak FS1 prelims. Weak. Anemic. And they load up the pre-prelims over here with 3 fights. I disagree, UFC. I disagree. I feel that make 1 or 2 fights in the early prelims, Fook Fight Pass, and bump fights up over here. You could give me 4 in the prelims. Make it a 6-fight pay-per-view. Make it a 6-fight pay-per-view. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see no fucking 5-fight pay-per-view. I want to see a 6-fight pay-per-view. That's what I want to see. But it is what it is, and this is what we're stuck with. Are you guys excited about UFC 209? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be a letdown? I need to know right now in that chat room. Let me know. What do you guys think? Now remember, every time the Fight Buddies get together, it's always fun. There's always scotch. There's a lot of stuff going on. And we give you our picks. Now, I never really like to give my picks before the pay-per-view. I like to give it on the Fight Buddies. But tonight, I'm going to give you one of these fights here. I'm going to give you my picks. And let me give you a pick that's going to be very detrimental to your UFC 209 viewing experience. I will give you a guaranteed win on this fight card, and it's either the co-main or the main event. I will give you a guaranteed win. That's what I promise you tonight on the MMA-HOLES Wednesday chat. Let's see the chat room. Hello, friends. How are you? All right. Jay Smooth. Thomas T. Thomas T says, Mexican, do you have the wall done yet? Yeah, I think Mexican's back. And I think he built that wall. Jay Smooth says, Khabib is a machine, no question. But watching MJ almost KO him at 205 makes me feel like Khabib is bound to get caught. Now, I do feel that fight was mighty lopsided. MJ held his own for what he could, but Khabib pretty much dominated him. So I think that's I don't know. I don't know about that one. I will be giving you a pick. X-Coast is here, says Thomas L.O. Fukin. L. George Sanders says me versus Mexican in the prelims. Yes, yes, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's what they should have did. They should have dropped the Sampras and the Mexican. You know, fuck it. Fuck it. Put you guys on the main Fukin card. It would have been great. Mexican T-Side says, Thomas, the wall won't get built. Come on, buddy. I thought you were smarter than that. Brian Roger says, do 6 on FS1, 1 on Fight Pass. Fight Pass is the biggest piece of shit. It's the biggest piece of shit. UFC, stop it. Stop it. Stop it with your Fight Pass. Unless you do something with the pay-per-view. Now, I know if you have Fight Pass, you get like $10 off the fucking pay-per-view. Make Fight Pass one price and you get the pay-per-view. Do that, UFC. Don't make me come in there and slap your face off. Now, if you guys are like, hey, what the fuck is going on right now? What the hell am I watching? You are watching the MMA-HOLES live. That's what you're watching. Every Wednesday night, we do a weekly show, and that's what you're watching right now. Now, to my normal friends, my usual friends that are in here, welcome back. I have a prediction song. And everyone said it's depressing. It's sad. So I'm going to play that song right now, and then I'm going to retire that song. After I retire that song, I will premiere the new prediction song. Okay? Let me know what you think. This is the old one. See you later, prediction song. Get your lighters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sing it.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. It's time to make predictions on the show.
It is kind of sad.
Yeah. Chris's predictions are always right. Yeah. So listen to my predictions. Now you assholes, it's time to make predictions.
Yes. Head movement, head movement, head movement. Where are you? Where are you?
Head movement, head movement.
That's right. That song is done. Don't worry anymore, MMA-HOLES. You're not going to hear that song again. It's been retired. That's it. See you later. There's a new prediction song. If you guys are excited about the new, exciting prediction song, hit me with the ones right now. Right fucking now. All right. Mexican says, Khabib not going to stand up with Fergie. I like that, Fergie. He going to take down... Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, chat. I got a new computer here, so I'm old. Hold on. He's going to take down Chicano Grongo down and beat him down. That's what he's going to try to do. Thomas T says, oh, geez, I am watching a Hallmark channel. Up, Jacob's back, says Mexican. Is Kane a real brown Mexican, or is he a fake to you? I think he's real, but then again, a lot of people say that he's not a true Mexican. But I think he is. I don't know. But what do I know? I'm just a gringo that just is talking about Mexicans. Okay, Thomas T says he's excited about the new song. That's good. That's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. Thomas T says, holy shit, the demonic greeting card music. Stefan is here, says, I got Mark Hunt by tap to Overeem chin. That's going to be a wonderful, wonderful fight. I hope. Brian Cintron says, I got Woodley, Khabib, and a bag of pita chips. Eddie Manster wants to hear the song. Tiger Leg wants to hear the new song. You're going to love it. George Sampras says, why can't you just play head movement instead of the songs? Well, you want this?
Head movement, head movement, head movement, head movement, head movement.
Head movement sounds low.
Head movement, head movement.
Yes, head movement all night long. I want that chat to have head movement all fucking night long. You guys are fucking killing it in the chat. We have 37 watching right now. Awesome. This is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Craig Lee says, Wonder Boy and Tony for the win, says Craig Lee. George Sampras says, Fergie not going to ground with Khabib. Brian Roger wants to hear it. Mexican says, Jacob Kane is a Chicano as well. See, so the Mexican says he's good. But, there's a but. He knows the language and the culture and always salutes us all. Ferguson only started doing that after Dos Anjos fight. Am I wrong? George Sampras with the one. Brian Rogers says, tetrahydric guy. Okay. George Sampras won. Again. Okay, we got you, George. We heard you. Fredette About says, you get a chance to check out the newest Heavy Hands podcast. So I have, actually. Fredette About it. I have. Not the newest one, but I have checked out their channel, and they're pretty good. I'll give it to them. They are pretty good. They're not like that fucking guy.
For some reason, I'm really excited for this one.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, fuck you!
Not like that Fook Luke Thomas.
Yeah! Widow's Peak, stupid hair, that's your opinion, I don't care. I can deadlift, I can squat, my inverted penis looks like a twat. Fuck you, Luke Thomas. Fuck you, Luke Thomas. Fuck you, Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas, eat a bag of dicks. Comfy hoodies, extra tight suits, Eddie Monster face, hot dog bottom lip. Never smiles, serial killer ears, YouTube live streams, never reads chat. Fuck you, Luke Thomas. Fuck you, Luke Thomas. Fuck you, Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas, eat a bag of dicks. Fuck you, Luke Thomas. Fuck you, Luke Thomas. Fuck you, Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas, eat a bag of dicks.
All right. That's right. You guys want to hear the Luke Thomas song, and the Luke Thomas song happens. So that's what I think about that. I see a lot of head movement in that fucking chat. Where are you at, George? Says Ian. Tiger Leg says, my MMA trainer said head movement.
Head movement, head movement, head movement.
Yes. Fook you, Luke Thomas. Ha ha ha. Fook hot dog lip. That's right, Jay Smooth. Brian Cintron says, I'm more excited about the co-main, although main is great. The co-main is never seen before. Hold more excitement. Yes. Okay. So this is what we're going to do, kids. This is what we're going to do. The tip jar is swole. The viewers are swole. The MMA-holes are swole. Guys, I said to you this. I said on UFC 209, what I would do is I would give you the one guaranteed pick. Who wants to see that one fucking pick? Let me know in the chat with the ones. Who wants to see the guaranteed fucking pick of UFC 209? Let me know. Let me know. I'm going to give you a hint. One of the fighters rhymes with Shamib. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? All right, guys, here we go. But before I give you the pick, before I give you the guaranteed pick, I will debut the new Chris's Pick song. Are you guys ready? You heard the old one. We put it to rest. It's just a lot of music tonight. There's a lot of music. I feel like I hope everyone has their dancing shoes on. But this is the new Chris's Pick song because I'm going to give you the guaranteed pick of UFC 209. Everyone grab your cocks, grab your tits, and do it. Just do it. Oh, yeah. Sing along, kids.
Ask and you may receive. Correct picks is what we'll achieve. Red beard, light skin, hold your girl tight. It's time for Mystic Monster pick some fights. Every time I pick, I get them right. Now take off your clothes and shut the lights. Suck my dick. It's time to pick. Suck my dick. It's time to pick.
That's the new song. Yeah. Okay. Let's. All right. There's the new Chris's Pick song. You have 1 fight. You have 2 fight. You have 3 fights. 4 fights. But this is the fight I'm going to give you right now. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson. Number 1 versus number 2. Number 1 versus number 2. I am telling you right now. I've said my opinion before. I'm going to put it in stone right fucking now. Khabib Nurmagomedov is going to, drum roll. I don't hear drums. I don't hear him. I don't hear him.
Ask and you may receive. Correct picks is what we'll achieve. Red beard, light skin, hold your girl tight. It's time for Mystic Monster to pick some fights. Every time I pick, I get them right. Now take off your clothes and shut the lights. Suck my dick. It's time to pick. Suck my dick. It's time to pick.
Khabib Nurmagomedov is going to lose. He is going to lose, hands down. He is going to lose. Not only is Khabib going to lose, but Khabib is going to get finished by Tony El Kakui Ferguson. It is going to happen, guys. I don't care what you fooks say. Do I want to see Khabib win? Sure. Sure, I want to see him win. I like Khabib a lot, but he's not going to win. It's not going to happen. Khabib Nurmagomedov has no fucking shot right now. His streak is over. 24-1. Tony Ferguson is going to get it done. He's too slick on the feet. He's too slick on the ground. He's a freak on the ground, actually. If you roll with Tony, it's not going to be a good one. You get him on his back, you're going to get cut the fuck up. Tony Ferguson will win this fight. That's right. That is fucking right. Everyone's like, wait, what's going on? How could you pick El Kakui over an undefeated person? Very easily, because to me, Khabib is a one-trick pony. That's what it is right now. Usually I would pick Khabib in fights. I am not picking him this time at all. I am staying far away from Khabib in this one, and Tony Ferguson is going to win. For the win, Tony Ferguson. Now let me know what you guys think. I need to know right now in that chat. Do you think Ferguson? Do you think El Kakui? Let me know. Guaranteed lockup pick from me, but let's see what you say. Thomas T says, I predict Chris will set the MMA-HOLEs for $4 billion. I will sell them for $4 billion for sure, because we are.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right. Brian Roy just says, Khabib will lose. I got to disagree with that one. Khabib will lose, and I said that too. Hope you're right, Chris X Ghost. I'm always right. I am Mystic Moss. Now remember, guys, the last fight night, the UFC fight night, I went 6 for 6. After that Bellator MMA, I got 3 right and 1 wrong. Guys, do the math. Do the fucking math. I always get my picks right. Every once in a blue moon, I'm wrong. I am not going to be wrong on this one. Trust me on this one. Bet the fucking house. Khabib is losing. Another subscriber in the subscriber section. Welcome to the MMA-HOLEs, and I hope you're having a wonderful night. 38 watching. Welcome. All right. Mexican D-Side says, Thomas, nah, dude. Chris is like the most loyal side. Of course, I'm most loyal. Thomas T says, and I trim my own bung hair. That is good to know. I hope you do. You don't want that to get too long. You get a lot of stuff stuck in there. It kind of sucks. Steven Sedillo says, hip-hop was out before NWA. Mexican says, bitch. Frank Bevan says, not undefeated. He never lost a round ever. He's going to lose this one. And hey, hold on a second. There is criticism on Khabib's first fight in the UFC. A lot of people say he lost that fight, even though he did get the W. Just saying. All right, here we go. Khabib is ground and snore, says X-Ghost. Uh-oh. Humoyon, whatever that name is, says 25-0. Thomas T says, damn it, Chris, is a short bus Nostradamus. That's correct. And Humoyon says 25-0. And Humoyon says 25-0. Tim F says, Chris, you're a bum with an overhand. Fight me, you coward. Just kidding. Love you, Chris, and I love you too.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Right, Connor?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Fredette About says, gimme a 1 if you're circumcised. And that's right. Humayun says 25-0. Another subscriber in there. Welcome. I hope you're wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Deep Web Dave says, LOL, Thomas T. All right. Frank Bavon says, Khabib never been KO'd and Ferguson isn't heavy-handed. Ferguson is lethal. He can finish people and he will finish Khabib. Watch and learn. Once Khabib gets frustrated with Tony's style, Khabib's not going to have a shot in this one. Now, it's a risky pick. It's a risky pick going against a guy that has an unblemished record in Khabib Nurmagomedov. It's a risky fucking pick, but I'm a risky fucking man. And I am an MMA hole. I didn't want to go. I said I was going to give you a pick, and I didn't want to give you one of these other booms. I didn't want to go anywhere else with any of these other fights, guaranteed picks. I went straight for the jugular with the Khabib versus Tony fight. I went straight for the fucking jugular. And I told you the pick on this one. Trust me on this one. Tony wins. Tony will win this fight. I've had this feeling from the very beginning with the Ferguson-Khabib fight. I just felt this matchup was not good for Khabib. It was going to be a problem for him. Tony's too confident. And like I said, the more well-rounded, I have to go for it. I can't not go for it. All right, chat. We played music. We play picks. We do it all fucking here. All right. Tyrone, the victim Woodley, says Tim F. How are the holes tonight, says V-Neck. We are good. We are.
Wonderful.
That's right. All right. Bacon Neck Mike, what's up? Bacon Neck. So, guys, Fight Buddies this Saturday will be at Casa de Bacon Neck. That's right. If you guys like, who the fuck is Bacon Neck? Well, that's V-Neck. V-Neck is the Bacon Neck. He wears the V's and he wears bacon. If he can't find a V shirt, he wears a bacon shirt. So he will be hosting UFC 209. So you can thank him. You can thank him for this one. And we're going to be coming strong. We're going to be coming real strong. Get ready to get the scotch ready. Get ready to get the ladies ready. Because the MMA holes are coming. All right. Fireworks are coming at Saturday, says Jesus Christ. Wesley Alam says, Khabib loves to stick his neck in the danger zone. Bad call with Tony. All right. You'll see. X Goes 22 says, Tim F. LOL, victim. He's a twat. Fuck Tyron. Jacob says, Khabib versus Conor makes for a better fight. Just a story behind it. Oh, fucking pop-ups always jump up in front of you. I lost you. This fucking Norton anti, fuck you. Just a story behind it. Remember, Chris, Conor stole Khabib's title shot at 205. Khabib, listen, I want Khabib to win. I do want him to win just because I like Khabib better. In The Ultimate Fighter, I hated Tony Ferguson. I couldn't freaking stand him. And he kind of grew on me a little bit now, but I respect his game. But 30.
Sing it. I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
All right, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's here. And Joe Rogan is wonderful.
Wonderful.
That's right. This show is flowing. It's going good. Guys, on your end, let me know how this thing is going. Like I said on the last stream, Monday, we were trying out a new system. We had some audio problems. Unlike Luke Thomas, you could hear me, just not well. Luke Thomas, you couldn't fucking hear him at all during his show, but that's a story for another day. You could hear me tonight. Let me know if I sound good and sexy. Let me know if I look good and sexy. Well, I mean, that's a given. 31 in that tip jar. 40 people watching. Holy shit. I don't know what to do with all you people. Let's have some coffee with my face on it. Coffee. Hit me with the ones if you like a little coffee. All right. Deep Web Dave is here. Welcome. Albertino, the sensational. What the fuck? Hey, Chris. I got a great story. I need to hear it. Now, guys, I am going to be opening up the Hangouts, the Google Hangouts. So we will have some guests on. So hold on to your tight asses over there. Now, if you guys want to be part of the MMA-HOLES live stream, if you want to jump in, download Google Hangouts. Hit me up on Twitter, and maybe you can be part of the show too. I could stick you in. Fuck me. In the ass. Give me a second. Fuck you. I could stick you right in here where you belong. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Right over here. See my little face? Hi. Here I am. But if you look up there, in this section over here is the Google Hangouts. Me smoking a blunt. That's a Thug Life Chris. That's right. With a crown and Thug Life glasses. I will be sticking my friends over there. We will be opening up the Hangouts. So if you guys want to jump in on that, follow me. Follow at the MMA-HOLES on Twitter. DM a motherfucker. And maybe I could get you on the show live with us. We could hear your live picks. What I'm also looking to do, too, is getting a phone number. Having a maybe a Google number or something like that, Skype number, and have people call in. What do you guys think about that? Have people call into the show, have the Hangouts going where we have people physically on the show, faces on the show. We have a lot of stuff here. This show is just growing. It's an infant. This show is about to take over the world. Right? Yeah, that's right. That is correct. So Ever likes a little cocaine. Good for you, my friend. Homoyoyun says, I don't know how to, wait, how do you say this name? Humoyun. And welcome to the show. I just don't know how to fucking say your name. Humoyun. Hum? Oyun? I'm just going to call you Hum. Hum says, Tyron versus Wonderboy. Who you picking, wonderful? Well, Hum, this is something that we can talk about. I can tell you where I'm leaning with this fight, but I will not give you the official pick for this fight. I'm sorry. It's not going to fucking happen. The rest of the card is not going to fucking happen. I will talk with you guys, discuss fights, where I'm leaning. Now, guys, I've been leaning towards Woodley in this fight. Unfortunately, I'm leaning towards Woodley. I'm not the biggest of Woodley fans, but I'm leaning in that direction. I can't give you a final guaranteed pick yet until Fight Buddies. Fight Buddies will be on Saturday. We're going to show up an hour before the main card and fucking blast it on, give you our picks, and we're going to laugh and drink and sing and dance. So I will talk about this one. I am leaning in the direction of Tyron Woodley. Good chance, I would say there's an 80% chance that I am picking Tyron Woodley for this one. I am just not going to set it in stone. I can switch my opinion last minute. It can happen. Maybe that 8 pounds of muscle on Wonderboy will sway my vote. But as of now, I'm swinging my little white dick in Tyron Woodley's direction.
Wonderful.
All right. Now, if you are new to the show, please do subscribe. Feel free. Right up in this corner over here, we have a little box. It's a live subscriber or a live fucking subscriber count, and we want to see that thing swole. We're going to 500 this weekend. Not 500. We're not stopping there. We're going past 500. We're flying fucking past 500. So I want to take all you motherfuckers along for the ride, and we're going to go past 500. Let's try to get a 550 this weekend. Why not? Ambitious. It's UFC 209. We should be saying 600 this weekend, but that's okay. I'll take 550. Don't get me wrong. I love all 491 of you guys. All of you guys. Even the fake accounts, I love you guys too. I very much so. I have a boner. All right. I think you should whip ninjas live on one of your shows. It possibly can happen, Deep Web. Wesley says, I bet you a Starbucks card, Wonderboy wins a red beard. Wins red beard. Oh, fuck me. Wins red beard. I bet you a Starbucks card, Wonderboy wins red beard. Listen, I am the red beard. Now, the reason why I get most of my picks right is this. I grow this magical red beard. It's beautiful. It's luscious. It's soft. It's like a hairy baby's ass. But it has magical powers, and it gives me the ability to pick all the fights right. It really is amazing. It really is. Look at that face. I'm always up for a nice friendly wager. F that ninja, says Albertino. Jay Smooth says Woodley is a bitch. Wonderboy for the win. Ever says, oh fuck, where'd you go, Ever? I lost you. Sorry, Ever. There you are. At Max, another in the subscriber. Welcome, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Giancarlo Pereira says, I hope Tyron Drama Queen Woodley loses. And if you are new to the show, yeah, you know my feelings. I mean, you don't know my feelings yet on Tyron Woodley, but I've said in previous times, I'm not the biggest of Tyron Woodley fans. He doesn't tickle my pickle. I think he's a very good fighter. He's a fun fighter to watch. But I'm just not the biggest of fans of him. Now, I did pay him respect during the media call that I aired on Monday night. I did give him respect. He actually handled that pretty well, especially with the first question in the media call. How do you really feel, Tyron? Like, this motherfucker gets on there and is like, oh, how you really feel? if Tyron Woodley did a good job avoiding that. Guy was trying to bait him into something, and Tyron was like, F off in a nice way. So I give you credit on that one, Tyron. That was a good one. And he did handle that media call pretty well, especially with Tony and Khabib just taking over the show and then saying that they should be the main event. Tyron handled that one pretty well. He could have been an idiot on that. Now, I said in this fight here that there's a problem. There's a problem with the Wonderboy Woodley fight. And I'm going to tell you what the problem is. If Wonderboy wins, we're probably going to see a third. Why do I have the arrow on his face like this, scratching his face? If he wins, good chance we're going to see a third. And the reason why that is because Woodley's going to bitch and complain and say, hey, Wonderboy got his chance. Why can't I get another chance? And I have a feeling we're going to see a third fight. So that's one of the reasons why I don't want to see Wonderboy win. And I like Wonderboy. I met Wonderboy. Very nice fella. Nice. Very, very nice guy. And I am rooting for Wonderboy. But if he wins, we might see a third. Does anyone want to fucking see a third one of these? And if Tyron Woodley wins, then Tyron Woodley wins, and I'm not a fan. So it's like a lose-lose situation for me with this one. Drama. Thank God for Ferguson Khabib. Thank God. Thanks, sweet baby Jesus. All right, Khabib versus Suicide Bombs. This is Mexican. Thomas Lynch says, you know what? I think Tony is going to win, but I love both of them, though. I do. See, Thomas, that's the thing. Or Tom Cuse, whatever the fuck, Lynch. I'm going to call you Thomas, doesn't matter. But I agree, Mr. Lynch. I agree. I like both of them. As a fighter, I like both of them. I kind of like Khabib a little more personality-wise. I think he's really funny. And on a side note, did you see Khabib do that whole, on YouTube, he did a thing with, like, love movies and his reaction to love. You just got to see it. Just check it out. UFC released it. It's really funny. It's only like maybe a minute long, if even that. And I laughed. I chuckled pretty hard at that one. Mike Perry is the GOAT. Get the fuck out of here, Albertino, says George Sampers, the biggest Mike Perry fan of all. Deep Web Dave says, I have a wonderful ball of hair from my chest feet. All the way down to my ball fro. That's good. That's good to know. That is wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Brian Rogers says, type 1 if you have ever ate pussy. I'm sure a lot of one's going to follow this one. Albertina says, the sensational. Oh, George Sampras loves Mike Perry, the platinum GOAT. Brian, if you're over 18, kill yourself. Oh, Tim F is going after Brian. Look at this chat room, man. God bless you, Tim. Jay Smooth says, Tyrant is black. Oh, boy. Once he loses that belt, he ain't shit to Dana and WME, LOL. He'll get pushed out of the picture if he takes an L on Saturday. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be the case, Jay. And it's not... I don't think it's... This is the thing with Tyrant, and I went on this rant a million times. It's not because he's black. It's not. It's not because he's black. It's because he fucking whines. He's whining and complaining all the fucking time. You know, he's the worst treated champ and this and that. Now, it worked out. He whined. Dana White took him to the Super Bowl, pranced him around and this and that, and they reached out to him and tried to settle everything. But it's not, I really don't believe, when it comes to the UFC, I don't believe in the white and black stuff. I really don't. I don't. You got the DCs who's treated like gold. Think about it. John Jones gets every freaking opportunity in the world. Mighty Mouse, listen, Mighty Mouse doesn't get all the greatest opportunities in the world, but he's not the personality. He really isn't. He could be pound for pound the best, but he doesn't have that personality. It's all about the personality. It's about the swag. It's about that presence. You have to back it up in the cage and outside of the cage as well. I feel Tyron just does a sketchy job of that. As a person, I'm sure he's a good guy. Just not down. Not down. What's fucking going on, says Philip. What's up? I hope you're...
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let's give him a Pat Cummins.
Oh.
Wesley says, it has nothing to do with race. It's because he's a crybaby. There you go, Wesley, and that's a wonderful statement. Uncle Dana is full of shit, but I still like him. And I kind of like Dana White, too. I mean, listen, he's a little annoying, and he lies, but that's his job. George Sampras says, Albertino. Hold on. Oh, fuck me. Where'd you go, George? Albertino, the sensational Esser. Mike Perry only lost because he didn't win. Jacob says, Jesus, are you making light of Islamic beliefs? That's an Islamophobe. Let's see. So I got a Windows computer. I dumped the Mac, and I'm like a palsy with the remote. But what the fuck? What am I, like 700 years old with the mouse, with the remote? Oh, fuck me. Fuck me in the ass, everybody. Allegedly, Jesus, bro, bring religion. All right, Thomas T says, listen, bitch, I bought you a hot dog. Hold on. Listen, bitch, I bought you a hot dog, took you to the Super Bowl, and gave you a white slave. Dana White. So wrong. Tyron, the victim, Woodley, says Thomas. And this is not, let's not make this. Oh, Tyron's here. Future welterweight GOAT. How are they going to play Tyron? Tyron's here. Everybody give Tyron a wonderful, wonderful. He's here. I'm glad you could make it, Tyron. Future welterweight GOAT. Jesus Christ says, all right. What do you say? Humian, it was a joke because he undefeated and submits. Okay. Brian Cintron says, maybe Woodley should tattoo a white gorilla on his chest. Boom. Instant stardom. Right, Connor? You think that's a good idea?
Yes, sir.
Connor thinks that's a good idea, and he's right above my shoulder prancing with money. He is. All right. Keep that chat going. Keep that chat flowing. I love this. This is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So here we go. Here's the card. We're going to talk about this a little bit more as the night progresses. But it looks like good stuff, man. And it looks like bad stuff. I don't know what to expect with this one. I'm having troubles with this 5-fight main card. But am I excited to watch it? Yeah, I'm always excited to watch the UFC. Always. I'm prepared for a letdown. I'm prepared for the worst. But I do want to see how this one plays out. And this one being Nurmagomedov versus Ferguson. Like I said, we're going to talk about this a little bit more. But I need to talk about something else right now. I need to change the pace. Change the scenery. I want to talk about this. GSP versus Michael Bisping. What do you guys think about this one? GSP versus Michael Bisping. Yo, Romero. See you later, buddy. See you later, yo. GSP is going to fight for the welterweight belt. What do you guys think about that? I need to know right now. GSP swoops in and fights Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping is extremely excited, I'm sure. Big payday for him. And it's kind of a slap in the face to the soldier of God, Yo Romero. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not the Yo Romero guy because I mean, between the steroids and the cheating and all this, like the water being dumped on him and stuff like that, it's tough. It's tough. But make no mistake, Yo Romero is an absolute beast in that cage. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one here. GSP, I've stated my opinion on him before. I am not a GSP guy. I'm not into GSP, man. The guy doesn't float my boat. He doesn't tickle my pickle. I know I might ruffle some feathers on this one, but GSP doesn't do it for me like Conor doesn't do it for some others. GSP, one of the greatest fighters that ever stepped into a cage. I'm not digging him. Likes to blanket people, and he sometimes fights just to win and not to finish. I'm not on board with that. Now he fights a guy in Michael Bisping. Makes for an interesting fight because here's GSP coming back off of a long break and is getting in the cage with a bigger man right now. But the bigger man is Michael Bisping. Interesting. The story is interesting. I am very interested in the story. It's just maybe this is the only way that GSP can be interesting for me right now. Unless you throw him in with Conor, but I don't see that happening. So GSP, Michael Bisping is going to happen. It's going to happen at welterweight. Is this the right move? Do you guys feel that the UFC made the right decision? And what do you feel about Yo Romero? Does he have a right to be upset? Does he wait? Does he take on another fight? Does he wait for what happens here? A lot of questions I'm asking you guys, and I expect many answers. But my opinion on this one, I kind of rather see Bisping versus GSP over the Yo Romero fight as a selfish fan. Do I think it's right? Absolutely not. I mean, the soldier of God should get in there and whoop the shit out of Bisping and call it a day. But the story, GSP off the long break, the trash talk by Michael Bisping, it's going to make for a fun fight to watch. So as a fan, I don't mind it. I really don't. This might be the only way that gets me into the GSP thing right now, because you got to think Michael Bisping being the bigger man, it's going to want to stand up and do his thing. It's an interesting matchup between the two. So I guess I'm kind of for this fight. As much as I hate to say it, I think I'm for this fight. Now, I did want to see a Nate Diaz fight. I did want to see Nate Diaz versus GSP. That's the one I really wanted. But between Romero Bisping, GSP Bisping, I'm kind of into this. I don't know why. It's kind of sucking me in. So take my money, I guess. Take my money. What do you guys think about this one? I need to know. I want to know. Now, this one should be a good one for a while. This one will tickle everyone's pickle. MMA-holes. If you're new, you are watching the MMA-holes live, where we like to talk to the chat, tickle the chat, and have intercourse with the chat. That's right. Albertino says, Michael Lazy Eye Bisping. Thomas T says, sorry, Mr. Woodley. Mexican says, Chris is a racist. He only wants to see two faggoty white men fight and make money. Listen, I'm being selfish on this one. Fernette About says, don't feel bad for the cheater of God. Exco says, no clam bumping for the UFC 209? There is no clam. Well, there's one clam bump in the prelims. And it might be a good one, that fight. Let's see. Clam bumping. I like cauliflower clam. That was a good question when I had a guest on. That was pretty funny. In reality, Bisping is the worst opponent for GSP's return. Bisping will destroy him easily. And you got to think that the size advantage very much so plays a factor in that fight for Michael Bisping. Not only is it the fight that is the more beneficial for him fight-wise, but it also is beneficial for him money-wise. It's a win-win for Michael Bisping. GSP versus an idiot Diaz brother. Make it happen, Dana, says X Ghost. Mexican says GSP versus Nick Diaz was the fucking fight. Now, Mexican, if the choice was, if I was handed this, see, if you were to guarantee me that GSP was going to fight Nick Diaz, then I could take the Soldier of God versus Bisping. I'm good with that. But there's no guarantee of that fight. So if you had to say, would you rather watch Yoel Romero or GSP versus Bisping? Let's be honest. What would you rather watch? I mean, if you're not a Bisping fan, you're going to watch Yoel Romero pummel his face into the ground with that lazy eye. But I kind of like Bisping. I don't hate him. I like the trash talker. So I kind of enjoy his smack talk, especially against Luke Rockhold. The second time was hilarious. It was great. Love to see him punch Luke Rockhold multiple times in that pretty face. So that was fun. But between those two, I'd rather see that. Yes, you are correct. Nick Diaz, GSP, Michael Bisping, Soldier of God. Those were the fights that should have happened. It's not the case. It's not happening. Nick Diaz, who knows what the fuck's happening with him. And now we're stuck with this. It is what it is. We can't play what ifs anymore. GSP is fighting Michael Bisping. That's it. Fuck that donkey fucker, Khabib, says Albertino. Tim F says, if Bisping KOs GSP, then I will never talk shit on Bisping again. It's possible, Tim F, that can happen with that size advantage. But can Bisping catch GSP? He's a quick motherfucker. Brian Royja says, if you hate Tyron Woodley or if you hate Brian Royja, then you hate yourself. That's a wonderful, wonderful story.
Wonderful.
Brian Cintron says, I want to see Yoel on steroids and TRT without ejaculating for a year. Scary dude right there. That's true. He is a scary motherfucker. Fernette About says, GSP can hang with Bisping on the feet, Chris. Good reach and boxing fundamentals. GSP is good on the feet. He is. It seems like he always winds up on the ground. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the case in this fight. He might stand up with Michael Bisping. It's possible. Hydrostatic says, greasy, stalling pussy. Thomas T says, who wants to fight the cage pooper? The cage pooper? Who wants to fight him? We're going to talk about that next. And the cage pooper being Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast, the heavyweight of 2017, who I predicted in the beginning of the year. Actually, 2016, I predicted that the 2017 king will be Derrick Lewis. He's on his way. He's on his route. We will talk about that after this, but I need to see more opinions on this GSP versus Michael Bisping. Okay, Jesus Christ says GSP versus Diaz makes sense. They both haven't fought for 2 to 3 years. It does. That's the one that should have happened. It just didn't happen. GSP versus Nick. Fuck no. He already beat him. I want to see fresh fights. So, Wesley, you're going to see it. Thomas T says, Jesus Christ. Good choice. All right. Jacare gonna eat Yoel's ass alive. I would love to see that fight happen again. Yoel's overrated, says Blake. Blake, welcome. Craig Lee says, Chris, Mike, money win. Head movement. Hold on.
Head movement.
That's right.
Head movement. Head movement. Head movement.
Is what my wife says while I eat her pussy.
Head movement. Head movement.
Oh, God.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wesley, if you don't want to see GSP and Bisping, you're not a fight fan, says Wesley. Jesus Christ says, the UFC will injure GSP. BJ Penn still looking his chin. Future welterweight GOAT. Tyron Woodley says, GSP is afraid of Woodley. Now, that's a fight that I do want to see. Thomas T says, Sage Northcutt versus Cream of White Guy. Blake Davis says, give Jacare his belt already. Jacare I like a lot. Jacare is wonderful, wonderful. Tim F says, GSP has a sick jab. Remember him versus Koscheck. Hold on. Fuck you. I keep on losing the chat. Let's see. Are you really into fisting, bro? Honestly, I know for a fact Dana White wants GSP versus McGregor. That is the fallback to Mayweather-Conor. Now, that has taken a halt, the Mayweather-Conor thing. It seems like there's not much discussion. I do notice that Ariel has been bringing it up a lot more. I noticed that Luke Thomas, the dunk, has been bringing it up a couple of times lately. I still believe it's going to happen. I predicted it's going to happen. I see these things. Conor, is it going to happen?
Yes, sir.
I don't think there needs to be a fallback plan for that one. It's going to happen. That fight will happen. Conor versus Mayweather will happen. There's no need for a fallback plan. Cringy's live chat on YouTube. Is Chris a fister? Philip Panapis says, Michael looks and sounds like he owns slaves. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ says, just like Ronda, they feed her in the mouth. You know what? Did you hear about Ronda Rousey? There is speculation on her Instagram. She did post something with some fucking with a ship sailing, something like that. She's still not leaving the world of mixed martial arts. Interesting. I do feel she is done, but is Ronda Rousey done? I don't know. Who knows? She's definitely not talking much. Will Ronda Rousey come back? Interesting. But before we get to that, let's talk about Derrick Lewis. Okay. Derrick Lewis was on the Schnozz's show, Ariel Helwani's show. Derrick Lewis said that America is into black on black crime, and they want to see a fight between him and Ngannou. Now, listen, that fight, I want to see that fight too. I feel it's too early for that fight. I have expressed my opinion on it, and I will say it again. Derrick Lewis and Ngannou is not the fight to make right now. Let them both fight one more time, then they face each other, then the winner of that goes for the belt. That's what I see. I feel they're going to win the next fight. Now, Lewis says he wants a tougher fight. Does Lewis believe that Overeem or Mark Hunt is going to be tougher than Ngannou? Do you think he believes that? Or does he think Ngannou is too dangerous to fight? Probably thinks Ngannou might be too dangerous right now to fight. Let's go the winner of Hunt and Overeem. Not saying they're slouches. Those two guys are dangerous as well. But Ngannou's got some oomph right now. He's got some push. I don't want to see that happen right now. I want to see the winner of Overeem Hunt fight Lewis. That's what I need to see. That's what I have to see. So that's what I'm going for with this one. Like I said, Derrick Lewis is the 2017 GOAT. He will be the 2017 GOAT of the heavyweights. So mark my words on that fucking one. That's inevitable. So who do you guys want to see Derrick Lewis fight next? I need to know right now. Ngannou. Okay. Overeem Hunt winner. Cain Velasquez. I don't just throw a name. Verdum. Throw a name at me. I want to see. I want to know. I need to know. This chat is flowing good. This might be the best Wednesday chats we've ever had here on the MMA-HOLES. Each and every one of you right now, give yourselves a...
Wonderful, wonderful.
I almost thought the soundboard didn't work, and I almost threw it at you guys. Give yourselves a wonderful, wonderful for doing a great job in the chat. This is how I like my chat. I like it flowing and going like a period, and you guys are wonderful, wonderful. 493 subscribers. We are so close right now to 500 subscribers. This is wonderful, wonderful. Remember, every 10 likes, You get the song. All right. Let's see what we got here. Whoa, this fucking scroll sucks. So this mouse is a big piece of shit. Derrick Lewis versus Ngannou on the same card as Jacare versus Romero 2, with GSP versus Bisping as a headliner. George Sampras. Look at George Sampras. You know, sometimes he could pull his shit together, and that's a good comment right there. Tim F says Derrick was getting his ass kicked in the first round. He had to take a boo-boo. Frank Bavon says Lewis got an overhand, and that's it. That's it. Did you see him on the ground? Did you see him on the ground, Frank? Brown was kicking the shit out of him, literally. Thomas T says Derrick is pimping the fucking brakes. He's pumping the fucking brakes. Mexican says, Exo says, Mexican, you can't afford me. Just buy some fun savers at CVS. Thomas Lynch says, she's got the best head movement.
Head movement. Head movement.
That's right.
Head movement. Head movement.
Moves those
Head
feet.
movement.
Jay
Head
Smoot says
movement.
Ngannou
Head
will
movement.
tear the beast apart and feast on that hoe. That is a wonderful, wonderful statement.
Wonderful.
Giancarlo says, just do Anderson Silva versus Bisping. Wait, Anderson Silva, you want to see a rematch there? I do feel that Anderson won the first fight. So he's just not going to get that rematch anytime soon. GSP versus Diaz. Conor versus Tyron. Khabib versus Ronda. Lewis versus CM Punk. Fuck the rules. Fuck the sport. Fuck everything, right, Conor?
Yes, sir.
All right. You pulled it together at the end. I like that. Xghost22 says, with Flash. Mark Hunt. That's what Wesley wants to see, Mark Hunt. I'm down with Mark Hunt. I'm down with that fight. I do hope Hunt beats Overeem in this fight. I do want to see Lewis Hunt. Wesley, I'm on board. Thomas T says, Frank Travis had him on the ground. Steven Sedilla says, he will crap himself before he kicks the shit out of somebody. Philip says, even when Ronda was tapping bitches, we all knew she didn't have hands. Yeah, she wasn't known for the hands. That's the truth. Tim F says Ngannou was a warlord in the Congos, so I got to go with him. It's tough to go against Ngannou. Ngannou is probably one of the scariest dudes coming out of that division right now. He is really, really scary. And he's just a baby when it comes to MMA. It's really creepy what this guy could do. Future welterweight GOAT, Tyron Woodley says, it's not Ngannou. Wait, hold on. It's not Ngannou. It's Ngannou. Who gives a fuck? Xghost22 says Mexican continues to prove stereotypes are spot on. Thomas T says, sorry, Mr. Woodley. Listen, give Mexican his props. He's been around for a while. He's a little rusty in the chat. Fredette About says you should buy sparring gear and spar V-neck. I spar with a friend. Hold on. V-neck is boxing, so he can be dangerous out there, but I fear no one. All right. I spar with a friend for fun. We both don't know what we're doing, but it's good fun exercise. All right. Maybe we'll knock each other's heads off one time on the show. George Samper says, Honda's hot. Now she's got KO'd. Okay, head.
Head movement. 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 Head movement.
Blake says Derrick Lewis versus Kane. That way Kane can expose him. Listen, Kane, a healthy Kane is a dangerous Kane. It's tough to bet against a healthy Kane. Thomas T says, I say we have a tough series with all wife beaters. I agree. With the winner fighting the Black Beast. Yes, I do agree with that. That's good. George Samper says, Anderson fucking lost the Bisping fight. What the fuck? He did on paper, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know about that fight. Plus that weird, Anderson thought he won the fight and the stoppage, the bell saved him and all that weird stuff going on. I don't know. I watched it live, and he just fucked around the entire fight. I don't know. I disagree. Frank Bavant says the GSP versus Bisping fight is going to be $100 pay-per-view. I don't know about that. No, that's not. If UFC 205 was an $100 pay-per-view, I can't see that one being. Tim F. Brock Lesnar versus Mighty Mouse. Yes, sign them up. Mexican says, at X, you're gay and white and fat and take pictures of stuff. I stereotype pretty well. What are you talking about? Okay. Fredette About says, anyone ever stick toilet paper in their ass and walk around with it all? What the fuck? No, I don't think I've done this. Hunt will be mauled by Overeem. Unfortunately, that looks like the case, if you want my opinion. Thomas T says, Mexican gay fat white people lives matter. Look at this fucking chat room. Look at you swole motherfuckers. Patrick Cummings.
Oh,
Squeeze that pus out of that leg. Do it right fucking now, Patrick Cummins. I need you to do that. I want you to do that right fucking now. All right, so let me just make sure I did something here. All right, sent mail. I just want to make sure I sent this out. Okay, good. So I sent out the link. So my wonderful, wonderful Hangouts link is set out. Let's see if we get some holes in this fucking bitch. And there is a Bellator fight this Friday. Don't worry, guys. I won't subject you to this one. If you want to look at this real quick for shits and giggles, I mean, this one here, this fight, oh, God fucking damn it. There's nothing here I want to see. I mean, talk about shit. Bellator. I've been trying to force feed you guys to the MMA holes because we're not the UFC holes. We are the MMA holes. But this fucking fight card is the biggest pile of fucking steaming shit I've seen. Jesus Christ. Who gives a fuck about any of these people? Any of them? Oh my God. What a disgrace. Bellator, you're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me. Nagano versus Cejudo. Fight of the year, says Thomas. Mexican says, nice one. You got me. Mexican has been stumped. You gonna sue great tackles. See great tackles. Okay. Wesley says, so if I take dick pills, will I fight better? Yes. Apparently that's the case. Wesley says, it's science. Tommy says, Wesley, it's silence. Science. Frank says, dick pills to mask steroids. Oh, God. Exco says, Chris, where is Marlene? She has been MIA since the last live stream. Now, oh, there she is. There she is. She jumped in the chat. Everyone say hello to Marlene. She's there. She's wonderful, wonderful.
wonderful.
Now, guys, I sent her the link. If you guys want to see Marlene, you have to drop ones in the chat right now. And maybe, just maybe, she'll miraculously pop in to, not here, here, to this room. We'll get rid of that picture, and maybe we'll put a certain MMA hole in that spot. You got to hit the ones, do it right now, and maybe you could convince her to jump in. Hola, chica. This is X-Ghost. Masvidal versus McGregor. That's the fight. That's the one you want to see, huh? Masvidal versus McGregor. All right, so let's change it up. Wonderful. We talked about Lewis. We talked about UFC 209. We talk about a lot of things. A little Honda Housie gotten in there somehow. A little Connor gets in there. But now let's talk about this. Damian Maia, Masvidal. Thoughts on this one. Is it right? Whoa, look at those ones. There they come. Oh, God. Now she shut up. Now I can talk about her sexy ass. Thomas nut riding, LOL. Hold on. We got a serious comment here from Jacob. Says, Tyron Woodley wants all the money fights so he can start Black FC. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where they promote black fighters fairly unlike the UFC. Oh, God. Imagine. Thomas is thirsty, says Tim F. Oh, shit. A tits in the chat, says Albertino. Here we go. So let's talk. Where was I? Damian Maia. Damian Maia takes a fight. Is it a dangerous fight for the Maia man? Hold on, let me pull this up. La da 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 da. Mm-hmm. All right, Damian Maia. Okay. Damian Maia. Google it. Just Google it. Googly it. Damian Maia. Here we go. Faces George Jorge Masvidal. There he is. Look at my face. Grr. I'm going to fight. Grr. Oh, I'm so mean. All right. So Damian Maia is fighting this man right over here. Masvidal coming off that win versus Cowboy Cerrone convincingly. Wipes the floor with him. What do you guys think about this one? I think it's a great fight. I think it's a fun fight to watch. The thing that I'm worried about here is I do feel that he was the one that deserved the fight. He was the one that deserved the fight against Woodley. I know that fight was a draw. I like Wonderboy. Regardless, Wonderboy is getting the rematches happening this weekend. But I do feel that the Damian Maia fight was the fight that was the one to happen against Tyron Woodley. That's the one I wanted to see. I felt it was a good fight. It was a fun fight, and Maia deserves everything he gets. Not going to happen. So Maia's like, all right, I'm not waiting around anymore. I'm going to make this face. Grrr! And I'm going to fight Masvidal. So this fight's happening. What are you guys' thoughts on this one? Do you think this is the right move by Damian Maia to take another fight? To take a fight. Now, he's been sitting for a while, so maybe he should take a fight. I mean, by the time he fights the winner of Woodley Wonderboy, I mean, that could go 3 fights. So he might as well take a fight and make some fucking money. But is it a dangerous fight to fight Masvidal? It's always dangerous to take on a fight. It's always dangerous, no matter who you're fighting. It doesn't matter who it is. At any day, you could lose a fight. So it's always dangerous to do this. But my man's got to get paid. So that's what's got to happen. So he did take the fight. I'm on the fence with this one. This is one I can't give. I don't know right yet. I need this one to fucking sink into my head. Now, from what I hear, it's not set in stone. Okay? They said, let's see. Damian Maia faces George. I don't think it's been officially announced yet. So I don't think this one's set in stone. But I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys. How do you guys feel about this one? Chat room, Masvidal Maia. What do you guys think? Is it risky? Is it not risky? Let's find out from the MMA-holes, from the horse's mouth. The MMA-holes mouth. Let's see. You need some love from the sensation. Okay. Wesley Elam says, I think it's a knockout of the night. BFC, been fucking coochie. Thomas Lynch says, if Masvidal just does what Rory did with Maia, then he'll win. Masvidal's tough, man. He proved that he's got some serious power at this weight class. Thomas T, LOL, I jizz on Hallmark cards. Good. That's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
I'm bad. Okay. Hello, George. I took a shit earlier, and it was green, my dudes. Thank you, George. I appreciate that. We've missed you for a while, so now we get you back, and George always drops in the knowledge. Marlon says, definitely a risky fight for Maia, but not dangerous. I want him to fight the winner of Wonderboy versus Woodley, though. All right, so that's the Marlon with the sad face. XGhost22 says, the UFC is fucking up. They should respect rankings, not just make the most sensational and sometimes worthless fights. CM Punk. The UFC has been making some weird decisions as of late. Maybe Maia just reached out and was like, dude, just give me a fucking fight. And you got to think that this fight will get some buzz. I think a lot of people will be interested in this one. So at least my man will get paid. Wesley says he should just not this one. All right. Jay Smooth says, Cuban immigrant knocking out the human backpack. That's what Jay Smooth says. George Samper says, wiping avocados off my chapped ass. Philip says, Masvidal is a fucking animal. Granted, he was punching a stationary target his last fight. Still, he's a fighter. He's a fighter, I'm thinking you're saying. Masvidal is an animal. What he did to Condit was very, very impressive. Very impressive. Albertino says, sensation all night long. Marlon Lane says, X-Ghost, I'm kind of with you. Conor effed everything jumping weight classes and taking money fights. Yes. Conor did definitely change the game for sure. He did. But you know what? The UFC is to blame too for this as well. If they would stick to their guns and didn't want to just take the money and let Conor do whatever the fuck he wanted to, things would be different. But UFC let Conor do what he wanted to do, and it did. It changed a lot of things around. I feel that they're both equally to blame on this one. Yes, Conor took advantage of the UFC, got paid, got the 2 belts, ran off, and now is looking to fight Mayweather. And now the UFC is stuck. Now the UFC has to make these weird fights to sell tickets. The UFC's got to right the wrong now. Do they keep on making these weird fights, or do they actually respect rankings? It's going to be interesting. I have a feeling they're going to go in the wrong direction, because with these new owners, it just seems like it's all about the The money. It seems like it's all about the money. So it's an interesting story, these new owners and what the UFC is going to do. 493 subscribers. Wow, we are at an all-time high. Thank you. Wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
31 watching, 36 in the jar. 4 more. We get to hear that beautiful song. All right, Fredette About says Ben Askren needs to fight in the UFC. I really want to see him fight in the UFC in the worst way. I don't even think he's in Bellator now. I don't know where the fuck this guy is. He's so good, and it's just such a waste of talent. Masvidal should be the underdog, but he can win. He has good, but not amazing takedown defense, and can obviously fuck Maia up on the feet. Yes, Masvidal has proven that the guy he is nasty on his feet. And he's not horrible on the ground. He's just not known for it. Maia is going to be stronger than a game bred because of all the grappling and conditioning. Maia will take down George. Maia is a seasoned veteran. You got to think right now, if you had to pick, it's tough to go against a Damian. All right, George Sampras. Lost you, Georgie. I want to fill a backpack full of tarantulas and then release them in each aisle in the grocery store. Where the fuck do you come up with this, dude? And you've been missed.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Brian Citron says, UFC needs to follow a ladder similar to Mortal Kombat. Yes, that would be good. And with the finishing moves and everything all together. Wesley Alam says, super fight fan. Let's see who's the best pound for pound. Yes, let's do that. Frank says, Conor did over 60% of pay-per-views in 12 months. Conor ran the game. He ran it strong, right, Conor?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Marlon says, I understand what you're saying, Chris. I'm thinking the same. I don't know if ranking matters anymore, but they should. They really should. They do. Listen, I know Conor. I think, and I've said this before, Conor and Ronda, unfortunately, were they're the exception to the rule. It's not fair. It's not fair to these other fighters. But hey, they're not there right now. There's no more exception. All right. Now Michael Bisping is taking advantage of all this stuff, and the UFC is listening to him, and they're just getting the money fights. I'm sure guys like Tyron Woodley are not happy about Bisping getting GSP. I'm pretty sure behind closed doors. And this one, I'll give it to Tyron. I'll give it to him on this one. Michael Bisping, he called Henderson. He got Henderson. He called GSP. He got GSP. But the difference between Michael Bisping and Tyron Woodley is not white-black. It's Michael Bisping has the gift of the gab. Michael Bisping, when he gets on the mic, he says whatever the fuck he wants. He's funny. He's charismatic, and he gets those fights. He talks his way into those fights. It's just an unfortunate character flaw by Tyron Woodley when it comes to this stuff. When it comes to marketing a fighter, it is what it is. That's why Michael Bisping is getting those fights, and he's being slick right now, Mr. Bisping, Mr. Weird Squinty Eye. Look at Maia. Grrr. Oh God. Who wants to hear the other 10 likes? Let's see it. Put the 4 likes in the fucking jar right now and let's dance. Let's dance. Okay, Exco says, if the new owners continue on the same path, they might damage the UFC and alienate loyal fans. Yeah, the problem is this. They're going to lose loyal fans and they're going to gain the not so loyal fans. They're going to gain the new fans, the WWE type fans, the casual fans. That's what they're going to do. UFC doesn't care about the fans. Let's be honest. UFC cares about money. They care about putting bodies in seats and eyeballs in front of pay-per-views. That's all UFC cares about right now. So unfortunately, the hardcore super duper fan that likes to watch a ranking filled system, a fair system, is not going to get what they want right now, especially in this era. It's unfortunate. It is. But fuck that. Let's scroll through here and see what we got. Chat is flowing and going good. Very wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wesley says, mismatch fights look like crime scenes. Exco says, George Sampras, are you David Mendez? Fook, yes, is Wesley. Fredette About says, how many of you don't wash your hands after taking a piss? I fucking hate that. I really do. The question is, how many of you, when you open up a bathroom door, do you take the piece of paper and you put it on the handle and you fucking open the door and then look for a garbage to toss that piece of paper because you don't want to touch the handle? Hit me with the ones if you guys do that. There's a chance that I do that. I'm just saying. Poster. Tiger Leg says, haha, I like your poster behind her. Connor, yeah, this is a Dosbrock. Check them out. These things are super cheap, And the guy does a great job. Comes real quick, comes all over your face. How about me versus Paige Van Zandt? She can triangle me all day.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jacob says, Maia is a calculated jiu-jitsu specialist. Masvidal is street thug from Miami who is self-proclaimed game bred. That's why I think it'd be a lot of fun to watch. Future welterweight GOAT says WWE versus UFC. Chris Cyborg versus Demetrius Johnson. Who wins? Forget about it. You know what's funny? It's so fucking funny you say that in the Luke Thomas. Were you in the Luke Thomas chat? I actually pitched that fight. I want to see that. Okay. So Thomas T says, I wash my hands when I pee. Okay. Brian does that. He takes a piece of paper, he puts it on the handle with a 1. When I'm peeing, I use my shirt, says Philip. Oh, that's kind of gross, though, because now you got dick finger all over your shirt. And not just your dick finger, but everyone else's dick finger. There's a lot of dicks on your shirt then. You don't do that. You can take off your shirt, open the door, and throw the shirt in the garbage. I don't do that because I'm a dude. Throw Greg Hardy in the cage with Nagano so that woman beater can get bludgeoned to death. Okay, let's do that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
A lot of woman beaters getting called out tonight. Wash my hands before I pee, says Jesus Christ. You know what's funny? There are situations where I do that because you don't want a dirty hand touching your own cock. Sometimes, and I'm letting out some of my weird things right now. But if I'm in a casino, for instance, and I'm gambling and I'm touching dirty cock-filled chips and we're fucking having a grand old time, you know, touching glasses, touching everything, high-fiving fucking people. Then I go to the bathroom and I'm like, wait a second. I don't want chip dick finger touching my cock. I don't want any of that stuff. So yeah, sometimes I'll wash my hands before I pee. That does happen. But then you got to wash your own dick off your hands too. You can't keep your dick on your hands. It's just not right. Where did this conversation go wrong? What are you gonna do? See, that's why we're the MMA holes. We talk MMA and then we talk about touching doorknobs with dick finger. I wipe my ass bare knuckled, thug. I use my foot to hit the handle, says Marlon. I'm guilty of that too. See, Marlon's chiming in as well. This is a tough problem that we have to deal with. We have to address this. Okay. Tim F wants us to pull up the card, Chris. Let's talk about the other fights. You got it, my friend. Let's do it. UFC 209 is this fucking weekend, and let's discuss. Let's go more. Now, the reason why I can't give you my full-blown AIDS picks is because that's what Fight Buddies are for. You get the guaranteed picks. But let's look at the card a little bit more. Why not? UFC 209 is this fucking weekend. Now, like I said, why? Why do this? Why load up the early prelims and anemify, if that's even a word, the rest of the card? I need to see 6 fights up here. Regardless, this is what we got. We got Albert Morales versus Andre Sugarloaf. We have Amanda Cooper versus Cynthia Calvillo. Keep an eye on this fight. And this is going to be a really good one here. Don't miss on this one. Tyson Pedro versus Paul Craig. This one is a real good one to look at. Look at this. 2 fighters undefeated right now. And this is going to be very good. 2 submission specialists at it with each other. This is one to watch right here. But they put it on the early prelims. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I understand that you guys want to sell this fucking bullshit UFC Fight Pass. I get it. And like I said before, a little hack for you guys. If you guys want free Fight Pass, just keep on making new email addresses and you have free Fight Pass for 7 days. The Chris's picks. There it is. So that's something to think about. That's something to get your shit going down. I see you, Ian. I see you in there.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Straight from Scotland. Welcome. All right. So now let's go to the regular prelims right here, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Here we go. Mark Godbeer. Now, what happened, guys? We can't fucking get some pictures in this thing? We can't get some pictures in his fucking puppy? What's going on? Well, Daniel Spitz, fucking Andre, fucking Cynthia. Yeah, you're not getting any pictures. All right. But this fight's going down. Not too sure about this one. I'm really not well versed in either of these fighters. Actually, Mark Godbeer I've seen before. Daniel Spitz I know nothing of, but here is another undefeated fighter, and it looks like it might be making his UFC debut over here. Daddy Longlegs. Daddy Longlegs, no picture, is here. Okay. And here is the rest of your preliminaries. There's nothing that really stands out that really tickles my pickle. Bosnia, you have the one thing you do notice here is if you look over here, the main early prelim fight, all undefeated. Okay? Look at this one. Daniel Spitz, UFC debut, 5-0-0, another undefeated fight. If you want to see some stories, Luke Sanders, 11-0-0, another undefeated fighter. Bang, look at this one over here. Bang, 11-0-0. That's the story you could take out of this, okay? That is the story you could take out. And you got these heavy hands right over here. You got to think that something's going to go down strong in the preliminary main event. But I think the story of the prelims right now is these undefeated kids. If you're not even familiar with these kids, that's something to look at. See if these undefeated records, well, this one, you know someone's going to get blemished. Undefeated. Check it out. And here, yeah, you know what? That's a story. That's a story right there. What do you guys think about the prelims and the early prelims on this one? I mean, it doesn't super excite me. I think the early prelims are better than the fucking regular prelims, to be honest. But people miss these. People don't realize that these are even on. If you can watch them, I would definitely check out this one right over here. This is going to be good. Paul Craig versus Tyson Pedro. Keep an eye on that one. Let's go to the main card here. Now, Alistair Overeem versus Mark Hunt. Okay. This is a fun one. This is a fun, interesting one over here. Mark Hunt is up and down. He's been complaining about steroids, and he gets Alistair Overeem. Out of all freaking people, they dump Alistair Overeem on his fucking lap. There it is, Alistair Overeem. So now we have this fight going down. I don't care. Let's take that story out of the way. Let's take the steroids out of the way. I'm interested in this one. I'm very interested in this one. The one thing I could say about this 5 fights on the main card is all of these fights I have a lot of interest in. So I'll give it to them that way. They're putting 5 fights on the pay-per-view, but at least there's a story about all of them. So that's something there. Alistair Overeem versus Mark Hunt. I can't give you my final opinion, but I do want to see. Let me just say it this way. Okay, I'm going to put it to you this way. I want to see Mark Hunt win. I will be rooting for Mark Hunt. I am not going to give you my final pick right now. You have to tune in on Saturday to find that out. But I am leaning and rooting for Mark Hunt. I want Mark Hunt to win on this one. Who do you guys want in this one? Mark Hunt or Alistair Overeem? And who do you think is going to win on this one? Mark Hunt or Alistair Overeem? Let me know in the chat. I need to know right now. And there's the chat swole. Ian says Mark Hunt by flying go-go choke within 5 seconds. That's it. Ian says that is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Fred About says, anyone watch Lando movement vids? He can do some cool shit. Lando is a fucking beast. And I have to say, Lando might be on the main card other than the Nurmagomedov-Ferguson fight. Lando might be the one that I'm really, really looking forward to. All right. Lucky Chucky says, Marlin, George has a crush on you. Frank Bavon says, Overeem isn't English either. He's a cunt Dutch fighter, says Frank. And I think Overeem is a cunt too. I'm not a big fan of Overeem. Tim F says, Overeem's chin is pretty glass nowadays. So I got Hunt. All right, so now we have a Hunt on this one. We have a Hunt in charge. Lucky Chucky says he wants the pretty ass for N babies. Okay. Philip says Wonderboy better win. I got money on him. There's money involved. When there's money involved, watch the fook out. Jacob says, I have a feeling Tyron will be champ for a while. Jay Smooth says, Hunt with bitch tits and the whining. All right. Let's see. Lucky Chucky says, it's okay, George. Just keep trying. Lucky Chucky in the house. Welcome, Lucky Chucky.
Wonderful.
Thomas T says, Hunt looks like he has never passed up a pig roast. There it is. That's the comment of the night. So far, Thomas T is in the lead. Thomas T is good, man. Thomas T is a very good fit in the MMA-holes, and he is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Marlon says, that lucky, haha, because he called me fat. Oh, fuck. I must have missed that. How dare you. Leave Marlon alone. Mexican says, Wonderboy is going to lose. I hate Woodley, but he is way too strong for Wonder Naz. Hunt. Philip says Hunt. Philip's got the Hunt on this one. Who else? What do you got? Hunt or Overeem? Let me fucking know. Absolute MMA is here, says Hunt via walk away KO. Holy shit. Look at Hunts. There's a lot of Hunts. Abizabba says Hunt. Jay Smooth says Reem. Jay Smooth fires back and says Reem on this one. All right. Brian Citron says Hunt. Fred About says Overeem always came off like giant douchebag, so I'd rather see Hunt knock him out. All right. See, Fred About, I've talked about that before. Me and V-Neck, a.k.a. Bacon Neck, has gotten into many arguments about this. He's a fan of Overeem, and I can't stand Overeem. I really can't. He drives me fucking nuts. With that voice, he talks like this. He's a big boy, but he talks a little bit like this, and he's kind of a dickbag. That's my Alistair Overeem. It's like Alistair Overeem just jumped in and graced us with his presence. Okay, so Albertino says, I'm Dutch. So Alistair, there you go. There's Dutch representing. Everfrog Goza. Where'd you Goza? I lost you. Oh, fucking jumped. All right, sorry I lost you there, Ever. My apologies. Where'd you go? Anyway. All right, so Mark by Bitch Slap, wonderful, wonderful, says Craig Lee.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Marlin says, I'm going for Hunt. Lucky Chucky says, Marlin, he decides to put you into the fat cat, Asian cat. Oh, stop it. Leave. Let's stop this. Jesus Christ says, there is so no such thing as Black Dutch. But in this day and age, Brian Citron says, Hunt overhand right from hell. Give me a hell yeah. Brian Citron was a hell yeah. I don't have a hell yeah, but I have a
Yes, sir.
I have one of those. Lucky Chucky says he decides. Okay. Marlon says Thomas George did. Philip says Mark Hunt will turn into Dwayne Johnson and use finishing move. Uh-oh. Was that the Rock Bottom, I think it is? Dwayne The Rock Johnson? I'm not a big WWE fan, but I do know what The Rock is cooking. All right. 41? What the? Fook! Everybody knows the words now.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
Fuck you, dislikes. Yes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
That's right. 10 more in the tip jar. Wonderful, wonderful. Where is it? Uh-oh.
Wonderful,
Wait, hold it.
wonderful, wonderful.
The 10 more legs broke my soundboard. It destroyed it. We have 10 in that Fukin tip jar. Where is it? Right over here. Boom. 41 in that jar. 42 in that jar. Every time we get them likes. That's right. You hear that wonderful, wonderful song and you see his face pop up. Look. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is the MMA-holes. That's right. You don't see this shit on the Ariel Hawani show. Bang. You don't see that. You don't see this on the Luke Thomas show. Bang. What about that? You don't see that. You see that on the MMA-holes because we are wonderful, wonderful over here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, this is so much fun. I love doing this. And if you guys love being in that chat, let me know. I need to know. Hit me with the ones. If you guys have a fun with the MMA-holes, if you like hanging with us, if you love hanging with the holes, drop ones in the chat right now. Make the ones rain in that chat so I could feel the love. I could feel all of you motherfuckers in there because I want to know if everyone's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. There's some atheist comments over here. Okay. George Sampras says, forget about it. It was Mexican D-side. Hydrostatic says Mexican. Oh, hold on. That's an old meme, and you're lame for using it. Marlin says, at Lucky, haha, no one is going to date me. Okay. Oh, Marlin is saying, she's laying down the hammer right now. She's like, my ass is not for grabs. Brian Citron says, laugh my fucking ass off. Joe. Exo says, Hydro, don't expose Mexican. It's his thing. Mexican, it's not a meme, you fucking moron. It's literature. Read a book.
It's time!
Look at this. Matthew Scrivener. My subscription thing worked. Conor McGregor jumped up. And Matthew, hold on. Oh, fuck. Hold on. It worked. Look at that. Sub alert. Look at this shit. Matthew, welcome to the MMA-holes. We have a subscriber right there. So that means whoever else subscribes, something will jump onto the screen. I don't know why Matthew worked. Matthew must be special, but yeah, every time someone subscribes, Bruce Buffer yells, and Conor McGregor makes it rain. So keep subscribing, and you'll see more of that. All right, Hangouts. There it is, me smoking the blunt. This show is a disaster, and I love it. All right. Okay. All right, there we go. Thomas Lynch says he loves it. Albertino loves it. Red J. Scott loves it. There we go. Look at that. Marlin loves it. I'm just looking at these ones. Every time you drop those ones in there, I know that the love is here, and the love is wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Love it. You guys are awesome. Let's go to the next fight on this card. And thank you, everyone, for joining us on the MMA Holes Live. Let's see if we can make Conor McGregor throw some more money and Bruce Buffer to yell a little bit more. This is the MMA Holes. Now, I see I have 493 right now. I don't think you could unsubscribe and then subscribe again. I don't think that's how it works. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess you could. I guess you could, Brian. There you are. There he is. Sub alert. Brian. There he is. He makes it rain with Conor McGregor. It's time. Flip off the crowd. Brian Cintrano's here, and he just subscribed again. All right, 495. Keep subscribing, and you get to see Conor McGregor make it rain. Now, on Saturday night, you're going to be seeing a lot of that shit because we plan on getting a lot more subscribers here, so thank you. Keep it going. Keep it flowing. All right, here we go. Let's go to the next card. You guys were talking about Lando. There he is. We have the chat room flowing into his penis. If you see, it's scrolling slowly into his penis right now. You guys are commenting into Landau's penis. All right, so David versus Landau. Tamer versus Venata. What do you guys say about this one? This one's going to be fun. This is a no-blinker. 5-1-0, 9-1-0. Who do you guys have in this one? I need to know right now. I can't give you my pick because that's what Fight Buddies are for. That's why you watch the Fight Buddies. So who do you guys have? What do you guys say? Now, take all this out of the equation. Like these two right over here. Take it out of the equation. Take this out of the equation. Take this out of the equation. I'm not super thrilled about that one, but I'll talk about that in a second. This one here has, if you were to say no name, like no big superstar name, fight of the night material, this could be it. This could be it right here. Landau versus David. This could be the one to look for. So keep an eyeball on this one. Landau has fight of the night potential. He's got KO of the night potential. 495 subscribers. I'm so swole right now. I want to flex. It's awesome. But I do feel that this one will be the one to look at. Landau versus David Tamer. This could be the fight of the night. Let me see who you guys have. Let's see chat room. Landau versus David Tamer. Let me see. Is Landau from Canada? Landau's from the U.S. Let's see. Tim F says Landau almost beat Ferguson. That's right. Good one. Wonderful one to Tim F on that one. Fred About says, anyone here try the lemonade diet? No. Jesus, haha. I would. Okay, if I wasn't at work. Let's see. Landau is the GOAT, bitches. Oh, George Sampras gives his approval.
Wonderful.
And a Conor McGregor, yes, sir, on that one. Landau by Cintron. A lot of Landaus here. Landau knocking Swedish Fish the fuck out. That's what Jay Smooth says. Lemonade diet. Mr. Trueboy is here. Mr. Trueboy, I hope you're having a wonderful, and I give you a pat come and squeezing pus out of his leg.
Oh, yes.
That's right. That's for you, my friend. Mr. Trueboy says, yes, he did, Tim F. Philip says, damn, I don't know Landau. Okay. Landau gotta be careful. Tamer is heavy-handed as fuck. Well, if Landau has a lot of this,
Head movement.
he'll be fine. Fook you dislikes. That's right, Brian Roger. You tell him. Fook you dislikes. Fook him. Ian goes to the Landau. Brian says, Fook you dislikes Landau. Forget about it says. Whoop, I lost you. Landau is going to win, but he's a big betting favorite. So Tamer isn't a terrible pick, I bet. Yeah, you know what? If you're looking odds-wise on that one, Forget About makes a good point on this one. You know what? Let me know. I need one thing on the show. The thing that this show is missing, and it's not much. We have music, we have picks, we have sexy people, we have a beautiful chat, we have a stuttering host, we have all this stuff going on. We have everything you need. The only thing this show really doesn't have right now is a betting side of it. That's what it doesn't have. We need a guy or a gal to come on this show and be that the odds guy, the person that comes in with the odds and the that kind of stuff. I'm not well versed in that kind of stuff, so I think I do need that one aspect of the show because there are betting people. Now, I do give you guys guaranteed picks. I always give you my guaranteed winners, and I usually do win because I am Mystic Moss. See, Mystic. Hold on, Mystic Moss. That's me, Chris. So you're in luck there, but we need a guy with odds and to break that stuff down. So I'm keeping an eyeball out on that. And if there's someone there that's a specialist inside there that loves to gamble and loves to do that stuff, that wants to be part of the MMA-Holes and do a segment talking about betting odds and all this fun stuff, hit me up on Twitter. Definitely DM me at the MMA-Holes. and let's work this out. Let's get you on the show, and let's add another chapter to the MMA holes, another ally to the MMA holes, to be that one piece of advice that you guys can give to our friends. This is a gathering right now. We gather our friends here to talk MMA and be stupid. That's the plan. We are the MMA holes, the MMA trolls. We have the cringiest MMA chat on YouTube, and everyone's wonderful, wonderful. So I'm going to keep an eye out. And if you guys are there, DM me on Twitter, and let's do this. Let's fucking do this. Chat room, I missed you. I've missed you so. Okay, Marlon's going with Lando. Canada is the Bellator of the U.S., says Thomas T. Is Tamer the guy that said he would fuck Cody Garbrandt in the ass on The Ultimate Fighter? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't recall that. We're gonna have to research that. Someone needs to get on that ASAP. That's a good question. Tiger Leg says LOL. Now the problem with Tough is this. I fast forward just to the fights. I don't like that fucking bitchy bachelor shit that goes on in Tough. I don't like that stuff. I'm not into that stuff. It just doesn't float my fucking boat. So I don't like the drama in the house. Oh, he's sleeping in my bed. Oh, you're a bitch. You ate my fucking oatmeal. I don't like any of that stuff. When I watch Tough, I fast forward to the good stuff. That's what I fucking do. So I don't see a lot of that drama. I kind of miss that stuff, unfortunately. Although the Garbrandt versus Dillashaw is going to be awesome. All right, Rashad Evans versus old Aussie bastard Kelly. Yes, that is the next fight. We'll talk about that in a second. No, Chris. I've been to Vegas and seen those dummies that make odds. They don't know shit about MMA. Well, that's the thing. I just want someone to jump on, talk about the betting odds, talk about that stuff. They could give their picks. It is what it is. But it would be a nice addition to the show. You know, I don't give two fucks about betting odds and this and that. I like a friendly wager and that fun stuff. I love to gamble. But when it comes to gambling on sports, I don't really do it much because I've noticed this. Anytime I gamble on sports, my picks don't work. But when I give my Mystic Moss picks on the MMA holes, they always pay off. So for you guys, I don't gamble on that stuff. I just give you the winners. I think that's very nice of me. I really do. I'm such a loving guy. 43 in that tip jar. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right. Okay. Champ, welcome. Hey, everyone. The champ is here. Look at this. Megan is in the chat. I hope Megan is...
Wonderful.
Welcome. Where's Joseph Benavides? We need him here too, but hey, we'll settle for you as well. I was there when they had Ronda winning and won. I was like, you dumb fuck. Fred About says, I made a lot of money betting against CM Punk. People betting on Punk were retarded. Whoever bet on Punk is definitely clinically retarded. I know it's not a politically correct word to say, but whoever bet on CM Punk needs to be brought out to the back and shot multiple times in the face. It's so ridiculous. All right. Let's see. Jacob says, I disagree, Chris. This ain't the cringiest chat. It would be the cringiest chat if it wasn't for Marlon Lane. That's true. Marlon adds a little class to this chat. So I'll give you that one. Thomas T says, careful, champ. This is a mixed martial chat room. Fred About says, penis reveal at 1,000 subscribers. Yes, you will see my fucking flaccid dick live on the MMA holes, and it would be glorious.
Wonderful.
That's right. 495. We're 5 away from 500. We should do backflips for 500. What do you think? Why, thank you, says Marlin. The champ is here, says, late, missed it at 9, LOL. Thanks, Thomas. That's all right. Better late than never. That's how I look at it. Okay, Thomas T says, MMA is hard to bet on, so many ways to lose. It is true. Yeah, you know what? And I do this with a lot of sports. I'm a big sports fan. I have my football, I have my hockey, I have my basketball, I have my baseball, I have all that stuff. I don't just watch MMA. I've watched that stuff too. But I focus on MMA. I'm obsessed with MMA. But I don't bet on sports. I don't like to do it. I do my football picks and stuff like that and have fun with that. But I don't seriously bet on sports because I am passionate about who I'm rooting for, whether any sport I watch. Even with fighting, I usually side with a guy. If you notice, when I try to call those MMA fights on the MMA-HOLES fight buddies, I always sway in a direction. You know, I'm passionate about watching, rooting for a side. So I don't like betting because kind of ruins the fun. You know, I just love the sport for what it is. But I don't look down on betting. You can have a good time with that. I don't give a fuck. You do you, and I'll do me. Yes, yes, yes. Bet against Jay Protege says no audio, Chris. I can't hear you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's a Luke Thomas reference. Luke Thomas audio was out for God knows how long. It was so wonderful. It was glorious. I loved it. I freaking loved every minute of it. Oh God. Okay. Fred About says it's pretty annoying to bet in New York. A lot of restrictions. Yeah, there is. New York kind of sucks in a lot of ways. And we finally got our MMA here, so I guess we got that going for us now. Yeah, definitely wasn't going for CM Punk. I was happy Mickey destroyed him. Dana White's dream. LOL. Yeah. I think, Marlon, I think everyone in this chat room could concur with you, even Connor.
Yes, sir.
LOL, Marlon. Marlon foot reveal at 1,000. Jesus Christ. Do you guys want to see a Marlene foot reveal? Oh, God. Maxian says, Marlene, you a boss-ass bitch. You got all these retards wrapped around your finger. Salute to you. And that is wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jay Smooth says, did CM Punk last longer than James Toney? Well, fuck. That's a good question. Punk was finished so fucking fast. I literally sneezed and it was done. It was so that was so stupid. So dumb. So dumb. Okay, let's see. Do you think Dana really thought CM Punk could win that fight? No, I don't. I really don't. I think what Dana thought was cha-ching. That's what I think Dana thought. I don't think Dana gave a fuck who won that fight. It was a win-win for Dana. You get the payday. You know, you got people tuning in from all shapes and sizes, WWE fans, casual UFC fans. Everyone wanted to see that shit show. So there you go. Bang, big bucks. And then you have a kid in Mickey Gall that, hey, he has a promise. So now, even if CM Punk loses, even when CM Punk loses, you got Mickey Gall to look forward to. So it was a win-win for Dana. That was a smart move by Dana. I don't want to see CM Punk fight again. Unfortunately, he is. So that's that. Jesus Christ says, Marlon, you're cute. You're cruel. CM Punk is so likable. What? Dana screws CM Punk. Says Jesus Christ. Thomas C says, I think Jesus Christ is high on something. Someone better take the drugs away from Jesus Christ. Thomas T says the donk talked for 15 minutes to nobody. It was so wonderful. It really was.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Doesn't Luke Thomas make over $100,000 a year to buy good equipment? I don't know, but I'm curious how much Luke Thomas makes a year. I gotta say, the guy's got a serious show. He's all over the place. You know, he really is. He's out there. And like I said before, as much as I joke around about Luke Thomas, he's a very knowledgeable guy. I'll give it to him, man. The guy knows his shit. He really does. I just find him very monotone, and it is what it is. You know, I like my MMA fun. That's what I like. I like to have fun with my MMA. I like to talk. I like to dance. I like to sing. I like to do the 10 more like song. Swole that tip jar. Get 8 more in that tip jar, and we'll hear the song again. We heard it 4 times already. 4 fucking times. We also heard my picks as well. My pick song. My new pick song. What do you guys think of that one? All right, let's go to the next fight. Evans versus Kelly. Here we go. Evans is back. Finally, the UFC does something. Finally, the UFC is like, okay, all right, Rashad, you're allowed to fight. And Rashad let out a tear. Here's the MMA-HOLES living room. And MIA right now, Jessie Bell Hill is MIA. If anyone's seen Jessie Bell Hill, find her. Find her now. Fred About says, I can listen to your voice all day, Chris. Thank you, Fred About. It's wonderful, wonderful. It's kind of creepy, but it's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jessie Bell Hill is missing. We need to find her right now, drag her back to the chat, and get her back on the MMA-HOLES Live. But, you know, to remember Jessie Bell, we have, look at it. We have her fighting Ronda Rousey. She's knocking out Ronda Rousey on the MMA-HOLES living room wall, and it's wonderful, wonderful. But more importantly, there is another fight here, and it is Rashad Evans versus Daniel Kelly. I think the story is Daniel Kelly. I really do. I've said it before. I say it again. All right. LOL, poor Luke. Monotone as hell. There he is, Daniel Kelly, 12-1-0. He's like, did you guys take the picture yet? Did you guys take the picture yet? Guys. Oh, Luke Thomas is here. Since Luke Thomas is here, welcome, Luke Thomas. What's up with a smiley face? I really doubt I really doubt Luke Thomas would come in and drop in an emoji, a smile. It's hysterical. That's so fucking funny. What's up? Squishy smiley face. Welcome, Luke Thomas. Welcome to the chat. So Daniel Kelly, 12-1-0. He's look at his record. Check it out. Check it out. Guy was on the Ultimate Fighter Nations. A lot of reds and 1 L to Sam Alvey, the smiling one, which is not a bad loss to lose right there. But look, red, win. Chris Carmozzi. How about that? Antonio Carlos Jr., which was a big win. Shocking win for me at the time. And Steve Montgomery. Going on 4 fights in a row, 4 wins in a row. Interesting. I'm kind of interested in that aspect of this thing. It's very wonderful, this fight. Just because of that. Rashad Evans, I'm kind of over with. I'm kind of done with. But what I need from you guys right now is to find out. I can't give you my picks because, like I said, Fight Buddies is this Saturday, so you must tune in to the Fight Buddies to get the final picks. But I'm interested in the Kelly story on this one, so it kind of tickles my pickle. What do you guys think? Who has this fight? Rashad Evans, Daniel Kelly? Let me know right Fukin now in the Fukin chat, and we'll get this party started. Let's see. Luke Thomas is Fook Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas gives a Fook Luke Thomas, and there you go. Mr. Trueboy says Evans might make a good run at 185. I'm not sold on Evans right now. I think he's done. I think his best days are way behind him. Luke, where did you get that hot dog lip? That's a good question. I think he was born with it. Marlin says, Jesus, you have a point. Luke Thomas, from my mom. Fredette About says, Luke Thomas is smarter than all of you dumbasses. I pray that some of his knowledge rubs off on you. I never said he was a stupid man. He's just stupid boring. Red J. Scott Ivy says, they are trying to give Evans a give me. This is not a give me. This is not, Red J. Scott, this is not a give me. I don't know if it's going to work. It's not going to work. I think Daniel Kelly is a tough opponent for Rashad Evans. I'm not giving you my pick, but I'm just telling you right now, tough opponent for this one. Luke, it can get better. Suck it up. There you go. Thomas T is saying. Jesus Christ says, imagine the second fight. More fun, more crap, more trolls, more MMA holes. It's a win-win situation for us and expense of CM Punk's corpse. That's right. And that's a wonderful.
Wonderful.
Luke Thomas says, okay, with a smiley face. I love Luke Thomas dropping in like the smiley faces. That's the best. That really is fucking hysterical. Jay Smooth says, I hope Daniel Kelly does to Rashad Evans what Joe Smith did to Bernard Hopkins. There you go. That's from Jay Smooth. Philip says, Evans got head movement.
Head movement.
There you go. But everyone knows where his head is going to be. Lost his chin, says Philip. Here we go. J Pro J says, gets stopped once. Lost his chin. Stefan says, where's Luke Thomas's saggy tips? Oh, God. Chrissy, I got 10 more likes, Chris. That's right, Stefan. We are 5 away, and we get to dance again another time. Put those likes in that Fukin tip jar and do it Fukin now. Luke Thomas is back. Thomas T says, Luke, I was lying. I would find a sharp object. Luke Thomas likes anal. That's good to know. You know, I always wondered if Luke liked anal, and now it's confirmed here on the MMA-HOLES that Luke Thomas indeed likes anal. Marlon says, I'm an Evans fan. Hold on. I'm on the fence, though. I don't think... Hold on, you fuck. Fuck you, chat. I don't think he's done, okay? But if he loses this one, he might be. Kelly is definitely hungry, I feel. Yeah, he is hungry, and he's a lot older. But this is a tough one. This is dangerous for Rashad Evans. But he's back. Welcome back, Rashad. Joe Smith is half B-Hop's age. Are you hungry, says Fredette About It? You're saying he didn't lose his chin or thirsty? Fredette About It? I apologize. So that's what we know. That's what we see. Rashad Evans, Daniel Kelly. You will get my final picks on Saturday. So hold on to your snatches. All right. So I gave you this one in the beginning of the show. I told you a guaranteed pick on this one. I dropped the first time in MMA-HOLES history, episode 27. I dropped a guaranteed Fukin pick to you guys. I said that Tony Ferguson is going to finish Khabib Nurmagomedov and give him his first blemish on his record. I said it. I called it. I am Mystic Moss. So you all have to listen to me. Mystic Moss, yeah. You all have to listen to me. And the wonderful, wonderful shirts are on sale. Check the description. So that is that. I gave you that pick. So you see it, you know it, you love it, and that's what's going to happen. Now let's go to the main event. We didn't get a chance to really talk about this yet. We saved the best for Fukin last. That's right. That's what we do here on the MMA-Holes. We save the best for Fukin last. Tyron Woodley, Stephen Thompson. Okay, before I get started on this, I sent an email out. If you motherfuckers don't come in, I will hunt you down and kill you. No, it's fine. But the Hangouts is open. Warning, warning, warning. This is the last conversation of the night. We are talking about Stephen Thompson and Tyron Woodley. This is the last time you're going to see me until UFC 209 at Bacon Neck's house, a.k.a. V-Neck's house. So if you want to jump in on the call, this is the time to do it. If not, that's fine. You could stay wherever you are, and that's fine. But we're going to talk about this fight. Get that chat flowing, get that chat going. While I'm talking about it, let me know your picks. Here is the finale. Finito. MMA-Holes living room. Bang, get a little closer. Stephen Thompson, Tyron Woodley. Tyron holding the strap. This is fight number 2 with these guys. Interesting. It is interesting. I'll give it that. I'm not sold on it being the main event. I do think Khabib versus Tony is a main event fight, but that's not me saying that I'm not interested in this fight. I am interested in this fight. I'm very interested in this fight because of what could happen next after this fight. Where are things going to go after this fight? Will one of the fighters get a finish in this fight? I need to know. I have to know. That's why I'll be tuning in. So Tyron Woodley, the chosen one, feels he beat Wonderboy. He feels he beat him fair and square. You can make an argument that 2 rounds were 10-8 rounds for Tyron Woodley. Now Wonderboy, on the other hand, is another story. Wonderboy feels it's a clear-cut split. Excuse me on my cough. Very professional here. He feels it's a clear-cut split over here. He feels that it should be a second fight, and he got what he feels he deserved. Tyron doesn't feel it's right. Wonderboy, I do feel, and I said feel about 14 times there. Have a shot every time I say feel. Wonderboy won 3 rounds in that fight. After looking back at it again, I agree with it. I think Wonderboy got 3 rounds. I think Tyron 10-8s. If they said that Tyron got 2 10-8 rounds, I wouldn't have argued it. But scoring it myself, I would say Tyron won 10-8 rounds. Wonderboy 3 rounds. Let's run it back. Why not? Okay? It's not what I wanted to see, but it's happening. So here is the fight. Here is the main fight. Tyron Woodley, Stephen Thompson. My heart goes with Wonderboy. My feelings go with Tyron. I do feel he's going to win this one, but it's not my final pick. What I need to know right now is who is going to win. I need the chat room to tell me, who do you guys think is going to win? Because on Saturday, you find out who I say is going to win. But we know what the chat needs to know. Is Tyron Woodley going to defend his belt and move on to defend and conquer the welterweight? Or Stephen Thompson? Is he going to be the new 175-pound champ? Is he going to rip that belt away from Tyron Woodley? Let me know right now. I need to know in that chat. Let's get that thing swole. 496 subscribers. I don't know why the subscriber thing didn't work. That's not right. But we got it to go up twice, so that's good. That's all that matters. Welcome to the MMA-Holes Live. You are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. Let's see. Brian's back. Welcome back. All right. Thomas T says, I pick Tyron. Or is he saying Tyrone Woodley? Too much power for Woodley. All right. So Tyron. Wait. I picked Tyron Woodley. Too much power from Woodley. It's from Woodley. Okay, there you go. So we got Tyron over here. I just ate a whole king-size bag of Sour Pouch Kids. Oh, boy.
Wonderful,
That's
wonderful.
a wonderful, wonderful statement, Tim F. Don't get a tummy ache. We need to see you on Saturday. Marlon, Fredette About says, Marlon, nice. I love that guy. Red J. Scott Ivy says, Wonderboy in the 3rd round by KO. Not only does he say Wonderboy wins, he calls the Fukin round by K. Fukin. Oh, I like that, Red J. Scott. Nice pick on that run. Brian Citron says, I'm back. Welcome back. Mr. Trueboy says, Woodley, but a close fight. J. Protege says, KO or TKO? That's the question from J. Protege. That's a good question. Let's see if he has an answer. Marlon says, I think Wonderboy will finish him. Spin kick, says Marlon. Confident, says Wonderboy is going to finish the Tyron one. Philip Panapa says, I had Wonderboy winning 3 rounds. So you agree and you concur. What the fuck is wrong with my throat? Hold on, let's have a little water. Clear that throat. Very professional. That's right. This is what happens when you babble for 2 hours straight. Shit happens. So Philip says, I had Wonderboy winning 3 rounds. There you go. I think Woodle is going to be pissed. Marlon says, I'm the real Marlon. Well, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. It was only a matter of time before 2 Marlins get in here. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's fucking funny. That is funny. There's 2 Marlins. There is an imposter. And Marlin number 2 says Woodley. Brian Roy just says Tyron Woodley. Thompson is Jay Protege. Who the fuck is that Marlin? Says Thomas T. Fredette About says if Tyron doesn't watch Wonderboy with a big right hand again and knock him down getting a 10-8 or finish, he's going to lose the fight. Did Tyron ever leg kick Thomas last fight? Leg kick? I don't recall him doing that. I really don't. I think Tyron has to get back to his wrestling game in order to win this fight. Like he says, he should have wrestled more. I feel Tyron is not going to play around anymore. I feel Tyron is going to bring it to the ground, eat some shots on the way in, and Tyron's going to move his ass to the ground. And I do feel that's going to happen. But, guys, I have something for you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
We got a guest.
We got a guest.
We got a guest
on the MMA-HOLE. Oh.
We got a guest. We got a guest.
There she is.
We got a guest on the MMA-HOLE.
There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Just when you thought we were all done, Marlon Lane comes in and graces us. All right, let's stop that song. Stop it. Stop the music. Now, Marlon, I know you only see a face in there, but trust me, my face and your face are on the MMA-HOLEs, so you just get to see me smoking a blunt. Is that fine?
That's fine.
That's all right. But on live, everyone gets to see us. Guys, drop those thumbs in the jar. Marlon's like, wait, Chris, don't go. Don't go. I need to come on and say something. And here she is. Is everyone happy that Marlon's here? Give me a wonderful, wonderful in the chat.
Wonderful.
Marlon, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Now I see here we're getting a full-on polka dot shot in the Hangouts. This is good.
Yeah, my dress.
I like it. Looks very nice. How's everything going at work today?
It's going good. Just started to pick back up. It was slow for a little bit, but it's going now.
That's good. I'm glad you could make it here because out of anyone, I'd like to talk to you right now because we have a big fight. This fight means a lot to a certain MMA-HOLE named Marlon. This is a fight that's a big deal right now. Woodley versus Tyron. Woodley versus Wonderboy. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, this is one of those nights. But it's just been a good fun. It's been a good fun. Look at me. Anyway, let's get back to this. Tyron Woodley, Stephen Thompson. I feel like we've been talking about this forever, and it's finally here. On a scale of 1 to 10, Marlon, how excited are you about this fight?
Can I say 20?
20.
I'm so excited for him. I think he deserves this, no doubt. You know, I do believe it was a draw based on the scorecards, you know, and so I think he'll get the finish this time.
Stephen Killen wants to know if you're my wife. That's a no. All right. So, guys, if you are new to the show right now, this is the infamous Marlon Lane. She was in the chat and now she's live. This is proof that she's not a bot. She's a real person and she knows a lot about MMA. She's giving it a 20. She's so excited about this fight. She's giving it a 20. All right. I need you to break this one down for me. Marlon Thompson versus Woodley. It could be a close one or it could be over super quick. What do you feel on this one? Do you feel, you said that you feel that Wonderboy is going to be able to take this fight. How do you feel it's going to go down?
Well, I think Wonderboy is definitely going to be more aggressive this time. I I think the first time when he threw that lazy kick and Tyron caught him and took him to the ground, I think it really made him hesitant to do any kicks, because anyone knows when you do kicks, it definitely leaves you open for takedowns. And so as long as he doesn't throw any lazy kicks and he does what he's done best in the past, which, he does those spin kicks, he'll do question mark kicks, roundhouses, I think that he will definitely overwhelm Tyron. With that being said, though, I'm not discrediting Woodley at all, because we've seen what he can do. If you want to go by damage, he definitely won the fight in that regard. But if you want to go by the scorecards and the punches and the combos that Wonderboy did, he won the fight hands down.
So I got a little distracted by the chat. They're smitten right now. They're definitely smitten. They see Marlon's here. They can't believe you're real, so they don't know what to do with themselves right now. Yeah. Tim F says, "Wow, she's hot. Catch weight 300." Hold on. Holy Fook, the lady from the chat. Oh God. This is Jesus want to have sex with. Wow, this is amazing. All right, so I'm sorry we got sidetracked from the chat, but so you think right now, how confident are you right now that Wonderboy is going to be pulling off this W?
I'm 100% confident, to be honest with you. I know how he felt after the loss based on his interviews and everything that he has said in the media, as well as, with his talking with his dad and his aunt. They are very confident. They've been working hard, and I believe he will definitely go get the W with this.
So do you think that him gaining, now they're saying that he gained 8 pounds of muscle for this fight, so he didn't get thrown around, didn't have Woodley, use that weight advantage. Now he's going to be coming in, a lot more stacked with some muscle. Do you think that this is going to play in Wonderboy's advantage right now, having the muscle? Do you think he's going to lose a little speed from having some more muscle on him?
That's definitely a factor. Also a factor is the weight cut. The more weight you have to cut, the more draining it is. But it's a lot easier for men to cut weight compared to women because of their muscle ratio to fat. And so if he's admitted that he's done heavier or he's done higher weight cuts before, and he can do it again. So I know he's working with perfecting athletes, and I know that they're like these great nutritionists. So I think he's in good hands, and I don't think it's going to affect his performance.
All right, so we have a very confident pick on this one. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, Fredette About wants to know, how does Chris know her? Fredette About it, we are Twitter friends. We met on Twitter, and romance, MMA-HOLE romance. No, Marlon actually has a thing for Wonderboy. She's a super fan of Wonderboy Thompson, and actually has a little bit of a connection to Wonderboy in a certain way, not sexual, but through a fan. well, maybe possibly down the road we'll go to the wedding. And let me ask you a question, Marlon. If Wonderboy right now just walked into the office, okay, like out of nowhere, just walked in and was like, "Hey, Marlon," what would happen?
I would be shocked, but I treat him like a normal person. I mean, I'm not I would be a little starstruck. I'm not going to lie, but I live in LA, so I'm around celebrities, you could say, and movie stars all the time. So I don't get like, oh my God, crazy. But it would definitely be like, oh my God, like it's you.
Yeah, I bet that would be cool. Especially meeting someone that you in sports, especially in fighting, when you meet like someone like a Wonderboy that's so humbled and so good at what he does, it is a little bit extra. It's better than meeting like a movie star or a musician. I don't know, in my opinion, because of what they put out there, putting everything on the line. It's actually a lot cooler to meet people like that, in my opinion. So
Absolutely.
I think you would get a pass, even if you did find yourself starstruck. I would definitely give you a pass on that one, because it's kind of cool seeing these people humbled,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think fighters are probably obviously more humble than I think any celebrity, maybe with the exception of Conor. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, if I could just pick his brain and just see how how he trains, how he lives. I mean, because it's definitely a different mentality when you are an MMA fighter and you've been fighting for so long. That's why I so badly want to train with him, because to be in that kind of environment and understand it, since I myself like to train, to just kind of get a feel of what he does and what he has done to get to the top of his game.
So, for all you MMA fans right now in the chat, the new MMA-holes that jumped aboard, this is Marlon Lane. She's befriended the MMA-holes through Twitter, and she's been a reoccurring superstar MMA-hole. And what's good about Marlon is not only is she easy on the eyes, but she does have a lot of knowledge with mixed martial arts. Not only does she train, she's well versed in it, and she does observe. She's very knowledgeable about it. So it's nice to have a perspective, a female perspective, and someone that's actually hands-on in it, not like my stupid ass that just sits here and talks into a microphone and knows everything. So it's nice to have that. So that's why it's enjoyable to have Marlon on the show. What I'm going to do here is I want to just run through just the main card real quick. I just want to get your opinion on this because we do have you here. We know that Wonder Boy is a lock for you. Let's just give your 5 picks for the main card because I'm sure the MMA holes want to know. Before I completely lose my voice, I don't know what the fuck's up with my voice. I think it's like I got a cock in my mouth or something. Marlon, did you hear my new pick song? What'd you think of it if you did hear it?
I didn't, because I came a little bit late to the chat, so I think I missed it.
All right, so guys in the chat, this is what I want you to do. Hit me with the ones if you want Marlon to hear my new pick song. And while that's going on, let's go through this main card of UFC 209. I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm sorry that you can't see me right now. The camera's not working, but everyone sees you and everyone sees on the stream. Everything's running nice and smooth. All right, so the main card starts with Overeem versus Hunt. Okay, Overeem versus Hunt. It starts it off with a bang. 2 big, heavy hands, heavy hitters. What are your thoughts on this fight?
Well, my pick for the fight is Hunt. Mainly because I don't think Overeem is the same anymore without the roids. I like Hunt, even though sometimes I feel that he's almost one-dimensional. He can take a hit, he can give a hit, and he's been around a long time, and I have a lot of respect for him. Overeem, he's also been around a long time, but like I said, he's had his problems with the steroids, and when I know a fighter's been cheating in that way, it's really hard for me to root for them ever again.
Yeah, I have Overeem left a bad taste in my mouth, and it's not cum. He left a bad taste in my mouth just with the whole steroid thing, and I think he's a dick. I just don't like seeing him in interviews and stuff like that. I just he rubs me the wrong way. All right, yeah. So Marlon says Hunt for the win. All right, I see ones in the chat. Marlon, are you ready? Make sure you put this.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is going to be the best 30 seconds of your life. Get ready.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ask and you may receive. Correct picks is what we'll achieve. Red beard, light skin, hold your girl tight. It's time for Mystic Monster to pick some fights. Every time I pick, I get them right. Now take off your clothes and shut the lights. Suck my dick. It's time to pick. Suck my dick. It's time to pick.
All right. So I hope I didn't get you fired.
No, I'm actually in a separate room right now for this reason.
All right. So there you go. You survived.
Wow.
It's a very.
No wonder Wonder Boy won't come on your show. Look at this.
Oh, God, yes. This is definitely the classiest show on YouTube, the MMA show. We definitely try to keep it as classy as possible. So, yeah, it's catchy. All right, so now let's get to the next fight. Oh, your look was priceless, Marlon, I got to say. The look on your face, you're like, okay. Oh, what the fuck?
I didn't expect that.
So Brad Snow says best song ever. This is high class MMA. That's right, Thomas. All right, let's move on. Let's come on, everyone relax. And Marlon, that wasn't meant to you. That's meant in general.
No.
All right. Everybody settle down in the chat, please. All right. So the next fight is Landau Venata versus David Tamer. Okay, I know I'm definitely screwing up names here, but fuck it. The spotlight for me always goes on this Landau guy. He seems very interesting. What are your thoughts on this fight? If there's anything in specific that you would like to talk about?
I will say out of the main fight, I'll be honest, probably those are the two fighters I don't know as much about, but I will say I'm going for Lando because I have seen both of them in action. I'm not really invested in either one of them. But I think I'm going with Lando on this one.
Lando, okay. So Lando for the win.
Is that your pick?
What's that?
Is that your pick?
So I want to give my picks right now in the worst fucking way, and I know I'm dangling in front of the MMA-holes, but I have to save something for Saturday because if I give my picks now, I got nothing to talk about Saturday. I just stare at the camera and drink scotch. Well, maybe. So that, so that's that. But all right. So the next fight here we have Evans versus Kelly. I'll put this on over here for my friends. Evans versus Kelly. We have old versus older right now. Actually, this one is an interesting one. I want to know your thoughts on this one between these two guys.
Well, Kelly is no joke. As I've said before in the chat, I think he's probably hungrier than Evans. But I've always been a fan of Evans. I know, he looked bad on his last fight, and I know that he was kind of, out for a while on a downward slope and all that. But, I'm hoping for Evans, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't be disappointed if Kelly took it either, because Kelly's, like I said, he's no joke.
Yeah, it's a good story. It's an interesting story, this one with Evans coming back and Kelly on the rise right now. It's actually a kind of a cool story. I see Brad Snow's. Wait, hold on. Oh boy, I saw something in here. Very cool chick that likes MMA. Wow, we need more like her, says Craig Lee. So look at that, a nice comment in there. Very nice.
Thank you.
Let's see. Does anyone know why Rashad Evans didn't pass his medical for the last two fights? That's a good question. 2 times in a row, Rashad Evans gets, you're not allowed to fight. A little weird, a little strange. He didn't get busted for any steroids or anything like that. It's just something with his tests that weren't copacetic. Did you hear anything about that, Marlene? I mean, I didn't hear the specifics on that one.
I'm with you, Chris. I never really heard any much detail about it. There were different speculations, but nothing really that stood out or made sense to me, to be honest with you. So, like you said, it's not like he was busted for drugs or anything, but I mean, I don't know if it had to do with the weight cut or anything, because obviously a lot of guys have had health problems and had to pull out of fights because of drastic weight cuts. So I don't know if that was part of it or not, but I haven't heard anything.
Definitely a little fishy. Definitely a little fishy. Now we have a super duper interesting fight in this one here. I did give my official pick on this one, but let's hear Marlon's pick. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson. Marlon, did you get a chance to see the media call stream? I don't know if you got to see that one that we did.
I didn't. I've been listening to a lot of different media ones, but I don't think I got to. Well, actually, the one that you played, I did catch the tail end of it.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't get to hear the whole thing. Yeah.
Is a funny part. I didn't realize when the reporters can't pronounce the names, and then excuse me, the one guy that sounded like Yosemite Sam or Porky Pig. I literally watched that part over and over and over again, laughing like a little child. I don't know what it is, but that media call was hilarious. It really was. Between Khabib's accent and his one-liners, Tony Ferguson laying down the hammer, Woodley and Wonderboy just getting pushed to the side. It was just such a shit show. It was just so much fun to listen to. But let's not get sidetracked right now. We're talking about Nurmagomedov and Ferguson. Let's get your breakdown. What do you think on this one? How you feeling? What do you say?
Well, I think obviously Khabib's record 25-0 is something not to overlook. But I think so. I think his mindset is definitely more fresh, more polished going in there, because he's going in there believing in himself at a much higher degree, I think. And I think he rightfully so should. He's a great wrestler, and even though he did get rocked by Michael Johnson last fight, and it shows that he is just like any one of us, human in a sense. But I'm going for Khabib in this one. Although with that being said, no disrespect to Ferguson. I don't really care for Ferguson as a person, but that doesn't mean I don't respect his skills in the octagon. And he's a beast. He's a monster. When he goes in there, he puts everything in his fight, and he's just, he's in your face. He's out there. He wants to win. So I can respect that too. So hopefully Khabib can handle that kind of pressure. And I think if he can, he utilizes his wrestling and all that, I think no problem of getting the win.
So you're saying Fluffy Hat Khabib's got it, the win, and stays undefeated at UFC 209. So there it is. There it is. Now, like I said, guys, if you're just joining in right now, this is Marlon Lane, straight from LA, giving her analysis of this fight card right here, UFC 209. Said some very insightful stuff. We have her picks on there. So, guys, if you want, Tiger Leg says anal. If you want, I don't know who that's directed to. I think it's directed to me, to be honest.
To you? Okay.
So, yeah. But if you guys do want to make some picks, if you guys want to make some bets, check out Marlon's picks. She makes some good analysis of these fights. She breaks them down for you guys and says some very interesting things. So if you want, go for it. Make the bets, Marlon, right? Because I have to say, you might run the table on this one.
Hopefully. I mean, I admit I'm not a big betting person. It's never been my thing, But, I'm not against anyone who does it. And if they can make some money off of my predictions, woohoo!
So there you go. And if they lose their bets, it doesn't matter. At least you got to hear bets from a pretty girl. So I guess it's a win-win, right?
I guess so. I mean, MMA, like they had mentioned in the chat earlier, it's so hard to bet because anything can really happen. You watch a boxing match, you watch something like a karate match, you can kind of know based on a person's skills and past fights on how it's going to go. But with MMA, since you can use so many tools, in a sense, tools that you just never know what could happen.
Thomas T says Marlon is beautiful and insightful. There you go.
Thank you.
Marlon, thank you very much for joining us on the MMA-HOLE Special 209 show. We will be doing a Fight Buddies on Saturday. If you could pop in the chat and say hello, you're more than welcome to come in by and say hi. Where are you watching UFC 209?
I always watch it with a buddy of mine. We always go to his house and he hosts the fight. So that's what I'm usually doing. Okay. So.
Try not to get too crunk on Saturday, okay?
Oh, my heart's going to be pounding for Wonder Boy, so I'll try not to.
God forbid Wonder Boy loses. Is someone getting their ass? Is someone getting their ass kicked? What's going to happen?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but I mean, in all honesty, I don't really honestly have any disrespect or hate for Woodley. I know he can be a whiny little brat at times, but
bitch. You could say bitch.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't have, I don't really have anything specifically against him. If he does win, as long as Wonder Boy's gone out there and given his all and, fought to the end, I have nothing but respect and love for him.
All right. So that's nice answer. I like that. That was very classy. And this is why I like Marlon coming on the show. She brings a little class to the MMA-HOLEs. She brings us back down to her. You ground us. So we thank you for that. All right. Any last words for the MMA-HOLEs?
No, just thank you for having me on. And sorry for the guys who don't want me on. And I look forward to talking to you guys once again soon.
Thank you again. And fook the guys that don't want Marlon on the show. They are just haters. But what are you going to do? All right. Thank you again for jumping on. And
thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the night.
I appreciate it. You too. Bye, guys.
All right. That's Marlon Lane. Marlon Lane live in the MMA-HOLEs. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. She gave some insightful picks on the fights. That was a lot of fun. That really was a lot of fun having her on. I always like having Marlon on. Even if you guys are haters, that's fine. That's fine. But I think the best part of that little appearance was this. When we played this song and her reaction to the end of it.
Ask and you may receive. Correct picks is what we'll achieve. Red beard, light skin, hold your girl tight. It's time for Mystic Monster pick some fights. Every time I pick, I get them right. Now Now take off your clothes and shut the
Get
lights. Suck my dick. It's time to pick. Suck my dick. It's time to pick.
That's right. That's the new Chris's Pick song. You get to hear it over and over and over again. That's pretty wonderful, wonderful. So that's it, guys. UFC 209 is this Saturday night. Living room, there it is. We have some more friends that jumped aboard. If you're just watching right now, you better subscribe because you don't want to fucking miss this. Everyone in the chat, thank you for fucking hanging out. The champ is back. The champ is here. Thanks. Cool chick. Marlon is awesome. Marlon is
Wonderful, wonderful.
Craig Lee loves Marlon Lane. Thomas C. LOL. Tiger Lab says dab. We'll do a lot of dabbing on Saturday. Brian says class. Brad Snow says suck my dick. It's time to pick. That's right. That song will be stuck in your heads all fucking night. Bruce Buffer is a tool. Who, this guy here? It's suck my pick, says Stefan. All right, so guys, thank you again for hanging out with us. Remember, Saturday night, we're going to be live with you guys, the MMA-Holes. I'm pretty sure the pay-per-view starts at 10, so we'll come on at 9 p.m. Saturday night. Stay tuned. Hit that bell so you get the alert. Keep on thumbs upping. Keep rewatching. Share the shit out of these videos, man. We're trying to grow this like a fungus on your foot. The MMA-Holes. That's what we're trying to do. But look at this chat. The cringiest live MMA chat on YouTube. And I feel you guys are all
Wonderful, wonderful.
for sure the best chat on YouTube. You guys really did a great job tonight. I had a lot of fun. We'll get the official picks. UFC 209 this Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for watching. And always remember, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.
Dance.
Wonderful, wonderful.